I just caught Zaz in a private moment. He was like staring up at the televisions, and there was like a radiant awe on his face, the way that you would see in front of somebody like seeing one of the 7 wonders of the world for the first time. Because he was just looking at the sheer crowd size outside in Pittsburgh for the draft, the sheer number of people. And so he's looking up at it, and he's glowing, and then he just says, "This is so stupid."
I mean, I just don't understand why anyone would want to experience watching the draft that way, just standing outside in a sea of 100,000 people.
I got a nominee for something worse. New Year's Eve in Times Square.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But this is the way to watch the draft right here.
That was a bad game I just played. I won instantly.
It is, yes. You won instantly, and you immediately got in, and you torpedoed the show. It's the kind of judgment you generally show around here. We got a sprawling enterprise today, and I want to, before we get to the picks and all the nonsense, I want to introduce some of the characters. We go out first to a really mad Greg Cody. He's at this is a big night for him. All we're doing is tracking Zagactos and Super Zagactos, and is he going to beat Mel Kiper today? He's kind of hostile, though. He's not in the mood for any of this.
I walked in there. He was complaining about the traffic, what it's going to be like getting out of here tonight.
Yeah, he was. And we go out to the draft headquarters with Greg Cody.
Me.
Yeah, and that's not the only thing you're mad about, right? You're missing something that you want to be at more than this tonight, correct?
Yes, if I'm being honest. We had Bruce Springsteen tickets. He's playing a show in our neck of the woods, and had a couple of very expensive tickets because my wife bought them. I didn't, so they're super good tickets. But here I am wearing a draft mock hat and not listening to Bruce. So,
where are you?
Who gonna take that Simpson?
I'm in my draft room. I'm in my war room. I expected more of a crowd here with me, but I'm going to war with as a solo soldier tonight. I'm in my war room.
He's kind of full of crap right now because he's playing the role of martyr as if you're forcing him to be here, and that's why he's not at Springsteen. Greg, it's the NFL draft round 1. Like, you weren't going to go to Springsteen no matter what we were doing.
I don't know about that, Zaz. I don't know about that. That was open to debate. But the combination of my Miami Herald duties and I have a live draft night thing going online, tap into that. And,
well, do you want to sell it a little bit better than tap into my thing? Like, what is that?
I mean, I just put the link out on social media, so go to me on X, Twitter, whatever the hell you call it, and Facebook, and all the other things, and you'll see the link. I'm awaiting things happening here. It's exciting. I'm busier than a one-legged punter, and I tell you what. My mock draft versus Mel Kiper is David and Goliath, okay? I am a private individual. I'm a private individual man. Mel Kiper is a cottage industry when it comes to NFL drafts. So do I have a chance against King Kiper? We're going to find out about that. Stay tuned.
I'm just waiting for Ruben Bain, but what about Mendoza?
Now you're teasing
And
me.
how about Mansour Delane?
Yeah, I like it.
The Dolphins have 7 picks in the top 100. No other team has more than 4. They've got number 11 and number 30. The Athletic has, for the first time in 25 years, ranked them the most intriguing team in the whole league today because they've got a ton of picks. Vrabel just talked again, which means you didn't handle the PR crisis right the first time. And he is again saying, I have to emergency be with my family later. Later in the week, I have to emergency be with my family. Right now, I have to have press conferences, and I have to do the first couple of days of the draft.
Can we take it easy on Vrabel? I mean, he did admit he had difficult conversations.
He's also doing this. I wonder if you guys have noticed this part. In 2 press conferences, he's not actually saying what he's sorry for, right? Like, it's just...
The implications.
The implication.
Yeah, the implications.
I know, but if you don't know anything else and you're just popping in and you just have no idea what he's apologizing for, you still have no idea what he's apologizing for because it's...
If I would have woken up out of a coma and just saw the press conference, you're right. I'm like, hey, what do you do?
Right.
What is it?
But you still wouldn't know after the press conference. We've got people in Pittsburgh. I've been watching on the screen here. We don't know yet if we have our audio and video right, but we have a portion of video right because I've seen Lucy doing nothing but like just chowing down on French fries
Good for her.
for the last 25 minutes, French fries and wings. And I asked the video crew, I'm like, just go ahead and while we're already doing this, because she knows that she's on, just go ahead and do that where we're running video on her just crushing that food. And all the women in there said, don't do that. Don't do that.
It was a collective groan.
Well, would you like that if somebody was, watching you chowing down on wings?
This is my brother.
I don't like this double standard.
My brother, every Thanksgiving, okay, what our fridge was covered in is close-up pictures of my brother running around on Thanksgiving of people in mid-bite eating something, and it would just be covered to embarrass everybody who was eating because nobody can look good eating that way.
It's a visionary.
Nobody can look good eating like that. We have, by the way, our own draft expert. Now, the last time we did a draft expert, not great.
Racism.
Yeah.
To be fair, he's a leadership expert.
Well, but he was
not a draft.
We don't. Do, the last time we introduced a new draft expert to our audience, this is a very low bar that Brooks Austin has to climb over. The last time we did it yesterday was a disaster. So let's go out now to Brooks Austin. That's Film Guy Network on YouTube. If you want to, he does this very well. And if you think you want nutrients here and not just our shenanigans, we're going to give you some nutrients. It's just not likely to come from anybody in here. You're more likely to get a fake Bruce Springsteen singing songs in here.
That's right, Dan. It's time to meet the Film Guy.
He's the Film Guy.
Look at him, mouth open, look like he's about to sneeze like Draymond Green. What? It is what?
Dan, longtime listener, honored to be on the show, tremendously happy to be here. Could have done me a little more favorable in that cartoon there. I didn't even recognize myself. But yes, I am here to bring quick, concise football conversation while the rest of the hoopla goes around tonight.
That picture is a dead lookalike.
Yeah, you're white, you got glasses. That works.
Come on, guys. I've been working hard not to look like a goof. But, yeah, okay, we'll take it. I'm happy to be here.
Are you going to just amaze America with your football information? Because I've seen some of your work. You are exhaustively entertaining and informative.
Yeah, I plan to melt your face off with football jargon tonight. That is my goal. My goal is to just give you a bunch of football and then do it in a nice, tight, compact package and then get back to you for the fun stuff like Bruce Springsteen.
Are you in agreement with The Athletic that the Dolphins are the most intriguing team in the draft?
Sure, they always are. You get 11 picks, you're going to be intriguing. I'm just intrigued to see what they do with it. You know what I mean? You got a lot of capital right there. Draft capital seems to be something that everybody wants but can't seem to get. So the idea that you have that many picks in the top premier, positions is obviously ideal. So that does make them intriguing. But I find them to be more intriguing because I know the history of Miami Dolphins football. Just what could they possibly mess up is what I'm far more intrigued with.
Brooks,
I'm sure you are as well.
Who's an overhyped guy? I'm touching my nipples while I'm
Please
saying
don't.
this.
Please stop doing that.
Like, give me a bust. Give me a bust. Bust me.
Yeah, all right, Nick, he wants a bust.
Bust me. Top 10 pick. That's gonna be a bust.
I got 356 pounds of bust in the form of Caden Proctor. I'm out on Caden Proctor. I think Caden Proctor is going to get somebody fired, to be honest with you. So we got a lot of them. I think there's a lot of guys. I'm not a big David Bailey guy. We'll find out about that when he's ultimately drafted inside the top 5. There's a couple of differing opinions about me in this draft process. One thing I will say is I'm open to being wrong, but I'm going to say things tonight as if being wrong were never a possibility with these evaluations.
Attaboy.
That's right. That's what you have to do. Just be strong in your opinion, and no one will
say
remember
Kyler Murray
it a few
sucks.
days from now. We'll come back to you, Brooks. Thank you for being with us. I've got an emergency here with Greg Cody back in his headquarters. Greg, what did you pick for the Dolphins at number 11? What are you most sure of today? And give me your general thoughts about what you want to happen as a Dolphin homer, other than you being right.
Well, the Dolphins, depending on who you believe, the Dolphins could actually have their choice of their 2 prime first-round players. Francis Mauigoy and Reuben Bain Jr.
There is a G in it. It's tricky.
I think. Well, I've seen it pronounced with the silent G and.
Just go
either
CC.
way, so.
It's interesting. You threw a goy in there.
Yeah,
you know?
CC. I'm not a big fan of that nickname.
All right, it's Mao and Noah, but we're in this together.
Yeah. And so I think they're going to take him. I think they're going to take the offensive lineman mainly because I think Bain is going to be gone the step before that to the Saints.
Pronounce his name again, just to be clear.
I don't want to take a quiz. I mean, it's a matter of fact.
Jack.
Kind of thing.
Okay. All right. So you really petered out. It's late in the day. You took today.
It's actually early in the day. It's early in the draft.
For you, it's late because
I'm multitasking here. You're interrupting my work. What can I do for you?
Okay, we'll come back to you a little later.
Who needs
Please
me?
don't. Thank you.
When we're not.
Okay.
When we're
Who
not.
needs me?
When,
What? You're going to go to Buffalo with Bernie Parmalee? Okay. Nice chatting with you.
Yes, thank you. It is nice
He
chatting
hit us
with
with
you.
like 6 of them
the,
there.
the ambiance of the room that you're in that doesn't have a wastebasket. It doesn't have a pen or a paper clip.
No draft prep on the whiteboard.
Your headquarters are a blank slate.
The others, they all learn from me.
All right, we'll keep going out to you over the course of the evening. It has some of the same pomp and pageantry of ESPN's coverage of everything that's happening with the draft. I am told that Pittsburgh is falling apart audio-wise, that it's a very loud bar that Lucy and Dameshek are in. Can I go to them? Roy's laughing right in my face.
I'm sorry.
As our sprawling coverage that stretches from here to Pittsburgh just stretches from here to Cody's crappy headquarters.
Don't forget about the film guy.
Yeah, we got the film guy too, but just at least put up the video of Dameshek and Lucy clearly meeting each other for the first time, because their interactions.
It's my favorite part.
Their chemistry and their interactions are funny. Lucy, I'm not sure if your sound works. I'm not sure if I can go to you yet, but I just want to know more about the vigor with which you were eating, because it looked delicious. Everything the bar food you were eating looked delicious.
It's really loud in here. It's really, really loud. Dave and I have had to text each other just to talk. I don't know if I'm yelling or not, but the French fries were good.
Dameshek, where are you? What are you guys doing? How have the last couple of days been?
I barely could make out that Lucy was just speaking to you. I'll just take it from here. I think it's time for a monologue. You know, is there a football town more consequential than the city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? I don't think so. And that's why it's exciting to be boots on the ground here. A phenomenal day for the city that Rand McNally has not once, not twice, but 3 times named America's most livable.
I know you think it's a bit, but it's not. I did not hear a single word he just said. Not one.
Okay, well, so this is excellent, because on top of all that, Rose, your producer, just for some reason climbed into the shot onto the desk right behind you guys, and we are off to a rip-roaring start in Pittsburgh. This is a nightmare. Dameshek being able to talk without being able to hear anybody and without being able to interrupt him. Like, this is not the way that this needs to start. Go ahead, Lucy. Do you have something here? It sounds like you might be able to hear me just a little bit.
Do you hear the song they're playing?
Gonna put that down so we don't get pinged. Thank you.
That's not allowed, Lucy. We're not allowed to just play music from a loud bar.
But maybe we shouldn't do live shows in bars when the draft is like a 5-minute walk away.
You know, a fair point by her.
Away from us real quick, I would like to say that a Yinzer stopped me on the street to say hello and said, hey, wait, you got to do me a favor, Dave. Will you please say hello to Greg for me? True story.
Turn that down, please, so we don't get pinged on YouTube. I saw Chris Cody just held up his Dave Dameshek bingo card. Did we do the bingo card well and correctly this time?
We
because
did.
Last time we did the bingo card, we gave everyone the same bingo card, and that's not how you play bingo.
It has been randomized, Dan, so everybody has their yins in a separate place.
So what did he just say that was on the bingo
Yinzer.
card that you guys got so
Yinzer,
upset?
we're gonna take yins off the board.
Okay.
And don't forget that free space.
All right. So, all right. This is very exciting. We've got a bingo game going on here. We've got a smiling Brooks Austin, the film guy. That went exactly the way that he wanted it to go, where we go to a bar in Pittsburgh and we just can't hear the people and it's too loud. And like we had engineers go, sound check. We did a whole bunch of different things. And then people
It's a lot different when the restaurant's empty.
People started pouring into the bar and it caught us off guard. Like we
didn't see that one coming.
Oh, was it going to be empty?
Football.
I mean, honestly, I thought about mentioning maybe in pre-show, hey guys, the music in the background going to be a problem. But I figured, hey, massive operation, massive machine, they got it. We'll let them handle this. But I should have known.
Yeah, football teams are prepared for everything. We weren't prepared for a bar in Pittsburgh being loud tonight on draft night. So it might be
Greg's still there.
Hard to go back to Pittsburgh. But let's go back to a quieter place. Greg Cody in his draft headquarters. And I promise you, we'll be going more places and have more surprises for you. Greg, what are you doing right now? What are you working on? When you say you are multitasking and you are missing the Bruce Springsteen concert, what are you doing now in the moments up to the first pick?
Yeah, I just went live with my live draft night shenanigans over here. And I'm updating stuff as it happens, you know. I see somebody wearing a beautiful necklace as they're introduced walking across the stage. I put a note on that. I made a note that Vrabel said nothing again, but said it pretty well. And, you know, he's trusting his team not to draft anybody who's no longer with us. And, you know, good for him. And I'm waiting for the draft. I guarantee Mendoza's going to go number 1 overall. I don't know if a lot of other people have said that.
And you know it.
And you do know it, and I guarantee that that's going to happen. Beyond that, I don't know, because there's a big controversy with the number 2 pick. Is it Arvell Reese? Is it Bailey? We're about to find out.
Goodell just walked out with T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward at his side.
We're going to have our own announcer here. They haven't told me who it is. We've got this set up over here to my right, Zaslow. You see this? So we're going to be doing this.
I meant to ask you.
Yeah, we're going to be doing this differently than they do it at the draft, but they have not told me what it is that we're doing. They've just told me that somebody is going to be doing the pageantry for us here, and I'm hoping this microphone works, and I hope that everything technical is okay.
Probably be Jeremy.
When we do that.
Should we scoop the NFL draft?
Yes.
I feel like pretty confident in who number 1's going to be.
All right, then get our announcer in here to just make the pick, whether it's right or wrong, and let's just do that now. Does he have or she have any pageantry? Ha ha! Look at that!
Hey.
Look at that! We've got a legendary Heat's in-stadium announcer who's retired. Who's come out of retirement already. Could not stay away from the love of the sound of his own voice. He's already unretired. Mike Biamonte with us. Go ahead. Yes, very exciting to have him here. Mike, go ahead and announce the first pick.
Hold on, let me do the little sounder before.
Volume
With the first pick in the NFL draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza.
Goosebumps.
Wow. We had it first.
Wow.
It's going to be hard to do better than that with a name in this draft. We'll see how he does.
He rolled the R really good.
Yes.
Let's take our highlight package here, Fernando.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
This is Fernando out in the wild.
Yeah. Licensing for clips is a little difficult.
Wait a minute. That was not Fernando. That was clearly Tony.
That was
me.
That's what we could afford.
That's the play. Like,
yeah.
that's
Reenactment. Yeah.
That's like,
Didn't see him almost
Dan
fall.
Again.
He almost fell, and then he dove over into the end zone.
This was a big play. That was a huge play.
That is not Fernando.
They slowed that down, by the way. That was faster earlier.
Visualize if you can. Ahmad Moten chasing him.
You mentioned falling down. Do you guys have the video, please, of Jerry Jones coming very close, very excited to see Bill Clinton?
Close to not being funny.
Yeah.
Close to being dead.
We almost saw the end.
Broken hip.
Play that again. Just put that in the corner, please. Picture in picture for me so that we could just have that over and over again. Jerry Jones almost. The thing about that almost happened is he almost died and he almost killed Bill Clinton. Like, if he had fallen into Bill Clinton, we would have had a couple of broken hips there, and then we would have had the slow deterioration of two people.
It would have been one of the strangest stories of all time, no?
You can't kill Bill.
Imagine the headline.
Yeah, it would have. He would have taken him out like a bowling pin. Put that in picture for me, and for the record, let's get Fernando Mendoza threw out the first pitch here at a Marlins game. Was this
Poorly?
I was surprised by this, right? Like I was feeling like an NFL quarterback would be able to throw a first pitch of a baseball correctly.
Yeah, he clearly threw that like a football.
Did you find any of this strange, Zaslow?
I haven't seen this yet.
Okay, so Mendoza comes out and he did throw it like a football, but he didn't put but he didn't put anything on it. And as far as a pitch goes, it would have been over Shaq's head.
If it were an RPO, though, it would have been on the money.
Yeah. It's fine.
Can you imagine?
I've thrown a first pitch before. It's hard.
He throws out the first pitch, tears his UCL. Tommy John.
The
That's why I didn't put juice on it.
The Raiders are
Can you imagine?
Raiders are on the clock.
Dameshek was raising his hand there. Is he calling for the ball? I'm afraid to go out to a loud Pittsburgh bar where he can't hear me, but you want the ball, Dameshek?
I hear you, Le Batard. You said Fernando Mendoza. The magical words for this Indiana Hoosier. Congratulations to him, Coach Signetti, everybody in the program. And sorry again to all the U fans about what happened in that title game. I do want to say very quickly, while I have your attention, the greatest #1 pick in the history of NFL drafts. Is it Peyton Manning in 98? Maybe Elway in 83. Bruce Smith in 85. Myles Garrett in 2017. The worst, I know there's Tim Couch. There's a guy named Walt Podolsky in 1972 who was drafted. The fact that none of us have ever heard of him is probably indication he didn't do very well. But the #1, Jamarcus Russell in 2007. Back to you, Dan.
I'm 2 from a bingo already. I've got mentions of player from before 1990, and I've got apologizes to Miami Hurricanes.
And Yins, right? I have that one too.
I am also 2 away from a Dave Dameshek bingo.
I'm 3 away.
It's also important to note, Dave has no idea what the bingo cards say.
That's correct.
Okay.
That would be cheating. I wouldn't put it past us, but that would be cheating. That's not what we're doing. We have a Dave Dameshek bingo card. He's got some go-to phrases. But let's go out real quick since we've already announced the first pick. Let's go out to Brooks Austin here, Film Guy Network, and get some analysis from him. I don't believe he's as sure a thing as everyone else seems to believe.
Yeah, I have some questions about him as well, Dan, but we'll start with the things that I like. This is a big, sturdy, accurate tree, okay? He can take hits, and he can survive an NFL schedule. And to be honest with you, I think he's the only first-round caliber quarterback that fits the physical molds required to survive an NFL season. He has tremendous competitive toughness. We saw this not only in Tony's clip right there, but obviously on that 4th and 6 play, but as well on rollouts. He is elite on the run and is willing to take shots. He's very, very tough and competitive. Here's what scares me about this football player, to be honest with you guys. All right, it is a very heavy RPO system. Mike's already alluded to it. They're probably talking about it. You've heard about the back shoulder fades. He was reading a lot of leverage in college. He's going to have to read a lot of coverage in professional football. There's 2 total different styles of quarterback play. There's not a lot of pure progression reads on the college system. So there's going to be a lot of growing pains here from having to learn an NFL professional system from this kid. But, man, tremendously accurate and a very sneaky athlete at 236 pounds.
I'm very disappointed in our video package. This is very cheap compared to what I just saw highlights on ESPN of Fernando Mendoza.
They have the rights.
You know how much those cost?
They're the rights holder, Dan.
We did pretty well considering.
No.
We're balling on a budget.
Did you see that throw in the turkey hole between the linebacker and the safety? Come on, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
The who what?
you stumped the film guy with your terminology. The turkey hole.
Ask John Gruden.
Turkey hole?
The turkey.
The who what?
Ask John Gruden. Brooks, I like you. Ask John Gruden.
The turkey
Well, hole throws, what we call those. Never heard it called a turkey hole. That's awesome.
You need to talk to John.
New football jargon. Let's add it to the list.
Let's do it.
The film guy learning something. That video is embarrassing to me as somebody who spent a life in this profession that we couldn't get some better B-roll than Tony running around an empty field.
Did you see the play action pass?
Let's go
Tony,
back.
did they get you a pad to land on when you dove into the end zone, or did you land on raw grass? Because I'm worried about your hips, my man.
Raw grass.
Hey, for the love of the game, that's your toughness. That's what I'm talking about.
Roll.
Play that rollout again. Play the whole play. That's actually out of shotgun. Yeah. Brooks, talk to me. That's out of shotgun. I got the running back to my left, fake, and then I go the opposite way.
I can't believe FIU passed.
Honestly, you're probably as comfortable under center as Fernando is. All jokes aside, he doesn't have much under the center work. And I know we're getting back to serious analysis here. It's good that they signed Kirk Cousins to help him along with his progression. But we got to learn how to play from within the pocket and read from within the pocket. And I don't know how much of that we can learn from practice reps. We're going to have to get game reps at some point to grow as a football player.
I'm pretty sure that Tony, when he jumped out to his right, rolled out, the rush was heavy, evidently, on a totally empty field except for him. I'm pretty sure I saw some ash crack there. There was the shorts, and the shirt came up and the shorts came down, and you'll do anything for your team.
I put it out on the field, Dan.
Let's go back out.
I love how he settled the fake motion, too. He kind of gives the hand.
I was like, whoa.
Right there, that's enough.
That's a guy who has command of the offense, right?
I like, hey, you're showing the full tool shed. That's good stuff.
Too close.
Let's go back out to Greg Cody here for a second. Mendoza, he's here in Miami with his family. He decided not to go to the draft, not to do any of that.
They're so dressed up.
That's exactly how I expected his family to look in every
supper.
Way. Yeah.
Every supper, that's what they dress like.
Nice house in the Gables somewhere.
Let's go out here to Greg Cody. Greg Cody, you are sure to have a Super Zagacto here. How many Super Zagactos are you feeling like you're going to have? And what's your best ever? Whenever you've done this, the best you've ever done, you've beaten Kuiper, what is it, 3 out of the last 4 years?
Yes.
And you fairly routinely beat Kuiper.
Yeah,
here.
my consistency is around 9 Super Zagactos. I'm going for double figures this year. I'd love to get a dozen. It's going to be tough. This is a tougher than typical draft because after Mendoza at number 1, it immediately gets shaky and risky with the second pick. So I remember in last year's draft, I think it was, the first 4-6 picks were pretty standard. Like you pretty much knew who was going. Now you're not even sure who's going number 2 because they could pick Bailey, they could pick Arvell Reese. So you just don't know. Hoping for a dozen.
Can you explain to me again, Greg, the difference between Zagacto and Exacto?
They're synonyms. They started off as exactos, and once I created the Zagacto phrase, which arose from Zagacki, it sort of made sense that the exacto would morph into the Zagacto, and so that's the name of that tune. So we're going for super dupers. We don't want the regular Zagacto. We want the supers. And we're going to see what we got.
Right team, the super is the correct player to the correct team in the correct pick. So it gets sabotaged by any trading around. What are you pointing at, Zaslow?
They're showing bars down here. Look, that's is that it?
Yeah, it's a
Sandbar.
Columbus,
There you go.
It's a Columbus High School watch party because everybody's
That's
very
awesome.
excited. I mean, look, I don't want to just skip past, like, this person is a Cuban icon. This person, Miami has not had many athletes that represent what this guy does. Undefeated champion, one of the best seasons we've ever seen in college football, Heisman Trophy, has the memorable play from the championship game, and is super Miami. Like, Tony recognizes everything about this guy and his family, like raised right by sort of upright Cubans.
He's going to have a mural on Calle Ocho in the next 2 years. I promise and guarantee it.
I don't know who you guys would pick as the greatest Cuban athlete ever, living our lives
Canseco.
here.
You got to go to a baseball player.
In Miami. It can't be a football player. It can't be a basketball player. It can't be a hockey player. It might be. You can do something in boxing, but that I don't know that there's going to be a great deal of pride.
Just specific athlete, Yoel Romero.
Fernando Mendoza has a chance to do something on behalf of Miami Cubans that
he just did.
Yeah.
He already did. He won a Heisman Trophy, a national championship, and he's the first overall pick. We have lived long enough to see a Cuban quarterback go first in the NFL draft. That's a big moment for us. And while I understand Brooks gave us great knowledge there, and there's certainly reason to be a bit of a skeptic when it comes to his pro prospects. But one thing that I think translates that we saw in the national championship game, the toughness, and when the game's not going well and the defense is on your ass, that guy found a way to make plays.
You guys are right when you say he's already done it, but the step after Heisman Trophy winner, there have been a lot of Heisman Trophy winners that soon then get forgotten. When you're also the number one pick in the draft as the Heisman Trophy winner, which doesn't happen all the time, the expectations on your pro career become something where he can really be a symbol for Cuban American pride for more than a decade if he is what the Raiders are hoping and thinking that he might be.
I was a little down on him entering the national championship game in terms of like him being a good pro. But what we saw in those moments where everybody knows it's going to be a back shoulder fade, how are we going to there's no way he can get this pass off. He's getting beat up. They're on him. They're not even running RPOs anymore because he's bruised up, and he found a way to make the plays.
It was a guts performance.
And those are that's how you win in the NFL playoffs. When the defense is on your ass and things break down, can you still make the plays? And he did.
I think he already did it. Dan, like, he won the Heisman Trophy. Imagine that. It's not he didn't play college football and then he made his way to the pros and it's a scrappy guy. Like, he won the Heisman Trophy. Every Cuban-American kid is going to be dialed in.
It says the Jets pick is in. This is so exciting. Let me remind people real fast. Draft Watch is presented by Bucked Up. You want to feel like $1 million? Find your closest Bucked Up energy or protein drink at buckedupenergy.com.
Play the sound for Biamonte. That was excellent sound, excellent imaging.
So good.
With the second pick in the NFL draft, the New York Jets select Arvell Reese.
Yeah. We got the somber treatment.
We got the road team.
How did Cody do with this? Because we're following the Zagactos, and I need to go back to Greg Cody. Thank you, Mike. We'll be checking in with you all evening. Cody, did you have that one? I don't have your list of picks in front of me, and I don't know whether that is a Zagacto for you or not. Was that one that you got right or not right, Greg?
I did get Arvell Reese. I'm waiting for the announcement.
We just made it.
We just made the announcement.
We did.
Well, let's see what Goodell says just for laughs.
We're a good 60% sure it's a pick.
Okay, I'm not. I'm nervous about this pick.
No, we're not. We already made the announcement.
Okay, let's see what Goodell says.
No, Greg, we're not going to get this wrong.
I'm happy if you're right.
We got it wrong. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we did. It's David Bailey. Okay. So let's get Mike B back in here. All right, let that be a lesson. We need to confirm these things.
I think we were doing a thing there with my dad. We wanted my dad to think he was right.
Really? Cool. That was really
nice.
Confusing to everybody else.
That's not nice what we just did to the audience on that one.
Wasn't.
No, that's not cool. Why did we do it that way?
We were so credible. We were hitting our marks. We scooped the NFL draft.
It wasn't
bad joke.
So Arvell Reese either. He thinks he went to the Jets.
All right, go ahead and make your pick now, Biamonte, after Goodell is already
No more hijinks, Biamonte.
The New York Jets select David Bailey.
All right. We've burned up a lot of trust.
What the Jets deserve.
This was a mistake. This was a miscalculation.
I don't know why we did it that way, but let's go out to Brooks Austin, the film guy, and get some information there. He looked dismayed, and I think he's dismayed by us, by our show. Do I have that right, Brooks? Were you just embarrassed by what just happened there?
No, I'm a long-time listener. I know what's going on here. I expect this. I will say I would have taken Arvell Reese here. They need an impactful, like, high-end potential rusher. I think that's exactly what Arvell Reese would have been. Look, I think David Bailey is a tremendous athlete. He's got a lot of twitch. He gets off of the line of scrimmage and overwhelms tackles on the college level really, really quickly. The problem is we don't have very good hands, and we don't bend all that much. When you get a good athlete like the Iheanacho kid from Arizona State that might get drafted tonight, when you put a supreme athlete in front of him that he can't run by, I don't know how we win. And every tackle on Sundays is an NFL supreme athlete. So we're not just going to overwhelm them with athleticism. The other thing for me, because I am such a meathead, Dan, like, if you are disappearing on rundowns, if you just, I'm not going to say take the play off, but you're a non-factor, I tend to avoid you this high in the draft. I would have taken a player like Arvell Reese that I know on first and second downs can play off ball as a linebacker and then develop as a premier pass rusher on automatic passing downs. So, yes, I was a little disappointed by the fake news, but I'm a little bit more disappointed in the selection.
And you think it's not up for question? Like, you think it was pretty obvious that that's not what they should have done?
I mean, it's their decision, right? I mean, the stats are there. He has a really high floor as a rusher. I just wonder if we're gonna win at that high of a rate in pro ball. Like, if you go look at the sacks that he has, I mean, we spin a couple times against premier tackles and get home, but most of our sack production are against guys that are going to be selling insurance, not playing tackle on Sundays.
Let's go back out to Greg Cody, and we will go out to Pittsburgh in a second as well. But, Greg, you're disappointed that 2 picks in all of a sudden. And I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that was hijinks or just us being generally incompetent.
Yeah, what's your question? Because I got to go to work.
Just how do you feel about the fact that you're wrong on your second pick?
Well, I'm very disappointed, and the analyst there was dead on. He's accurate. It should have been Arvell Reese. Reese has a higher upside. He just wasn't as specific to the, he's more of an OLB edge hybrid, whereas Bailey is more of a pure edge, and that's what they liked. But Arvell Reese, and mark it down and put it in ink, Arvell Reese is going to have a better NFL career than David Bailey.
So on and so forth.
Exactly, so on and so forth. All right, check back with you later, although not soon, I hope.
Let's go out to Pittsburgh here, in a loud Pittsburgh bar where they're having trouble hearing us still. Lucy, do you have any thoughts here that are worth broadcasting to America through the first 2 picks?
What?
Do you have any?
Say that again.
Do you have any thoughts that are worth broadcasting to America from a loud Pittsburgh bar?
To be honest, I don't know what's going on. All the TVs are behind us, so I don't know who's drafted. I can't hear Dave. This is going awesome.
Dameshek, any early thoughts here?
Yeah, I don't need to contemplate it too much. The film guy says one guy, and the New York Jets say another guy. I think I'll ride with the former over the latter on that one. If I can ask a quick question to the film guy, I think Fernando is vaguely underrated for a first overall pick. I think the big question with him is not arm strength, the back shoulder throws, the brains, the toughness, the physical stature. I do wonder, though, from the film guy's POV, does he think Fernando can run away from NFL defenders? I am concerned that will evaporate for him. He was able to do it against Big 5 defenders, but maybe not NFL guys.
Let's get a rebuttal from the analyst.
No, I feel good about his athleticism overall. Like I said, sneaky athletic. Like, they were willing to run this guy, not just in critical situations on 4th down, but when they needed chunk plays and they couldn't really establish the run with traditional running game, they would quarterback draw him at 6'5", 236 pounds. So, yes, we're big enough to both rip through arm tackles, and we're quick enough and athletic enough to take care of the +1 defender, right?
The Arizona Cardinals select Jeremiah Love.
Wow. A little bit
Look
there.
at that.
And I'm pretty sure we got this one right.
But Cody didn't. I'm afraid that Cody's draft is already just messed up. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate your help there. I'm going to need an explanation next time you come in for what it is you did with that second pick. I want an accounting to see who I have to fire. Bring me an intern's head. Just bring me a severed
How about
head.
Ethan's?
Bring me his whole body decomposing. But just an intern's head. Cody, I think you don't have that right. I think you're also just waiting to see if we're fooling you again. So he's not going to believe us anymore because of what we did with the
I don't.
With the second.
I don't, and it's totally confusing.
Okay.
It's like ridiculous.
Okay,
like
we can't break the trust that early, guys. It was a miscalculation.
It was an error.
But it was indeed Jeremiah Love. So we're going to be, 100% from here on out.
They misspelled Jeremiah on the scroll there, by the way. Has a Y in it.
We spelled it wrong?
No, they did on the TV there. I got to go to work.
Okay. All right, but he had David Bailey going to the Cardinals, so now because he's got Jeremiah Love going.
He's scrambling.
Well, he's got Jeremiah Love going to the Titans.
He's like Tony in that clip.
I'm busier than a one-armed paper hanger.
Oh, my God.
He's not too busy to laugh at that.
Let's go to the analyst again to get his...
Hey, Butterfinger!
to get his thoughts on Jeremiah Love and the spelling of his name.
Yeah, I allow myself every year to just, hey, don't even have to worry about really like diving deep into his metrics or like give him scorings. He's going to be a dude, absolutely no doubt. He's my one guaranteed this guy's going to be a hit. I feel confident about it. 4.36 at the NFL Combine, but guys, this has been a high-end track guy since dating back to high school in St. Louis. Ran 10.5 in the 100-meter at 17 years old. A pure lightning rod to your offense. Absolutely can go 99 in a flash, can run away from anybody. But I think that if you don't watch him closely and you're not really paying attention, if you're just watching highlights, you have no idea how tough this guy is in between the tackles. I had questions about his workload, honestly, the first couple of years in college because they were almost fearful of giving him a bunch of totes, and it made me wonder, like, hey, is there an injury concern? Can we not give this guy NFL playoff-type workload if we got to win a football game? And then this year, they did exactly that. If you want answers to his ability to be a workhorse, turn on the USC tape. He had 24 carries for over 200 yards and had 5 explosive catches out of the backfield. This guy's going to hit, Dan. I feel good about it.
Most people do. A lot of people are talking about him as the best athlete in the draft. And so you're just talking about athleticism, and nobody cares whether the running back position is disposable or not. Do we have any video recreation of Jeremiah Love in the open field? Nice. Wait a minute. This is just the sped up Fernando Mendoza video. He's just faster.
Look how fast it is.
He's just
much faster.
That's normal speed, by the way.
He's just faster than Fernando Mendoza. I'm also told that Greg Cody, because he's been very busy working for us, he's produced a package, a Tom Rinaldi-like package, put on his writer hat. He's a Miami Herald legend. He's been writing for the newspaper for 50 years. And so he's telling the story of a Dolphin franchise. He's putting everything in perspective for us. So we're going to go to that video shortly. But the Titans are about to select, and Mike Ryan's invested on this one because he wants Cam Ward. You have to go get Cam Ward some help, right? You're not gonna pick defensive players here, right? You're going to, in the first round, pick Cam Ward's help. Are you not?
I don't think they are. You know who their head coach is? Bob Saleh, right? And there's a pretty good linebacker that can replicate some of the stuff that Fred Warner possibly did for him in San Francisco. So I'm kind of worried that they're going to go defense here. I mean, Tennessee needs so much. You're not going to be able to fix what ails them with this one pick. But some stops could also help Cam Ward, right? I was encouraged by how Cam Ward closed the season, but we need to block for him a little bit better. And he needs to be a little bit better, too, understanding that he's not going to have that Miami O-line around him.
Solid pace here. Feeling really good about this.
Yeah. How do you think that Kenneth Walker, the Super Bowl MVP, feels about the fact that the Chiefs just gave him $45 million for 3 years and that Jeremiah Love just got $50.5 million fully guaranteed, the most fully guaranteed money ever given to a running back in NFL history?
You know, everyone likes to cherry pick Trent Richardson as one of the reasons why you don't draft these running backs this high. But the guys that go top 10, typically, they hit. They're special backs.
Do 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 do.
With the 4th pick in the NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans select Carnell Tate.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm curious to hear Brooks here because I'm not the biggest Carnell Tate fan. I was hoping that if they were going to go receiver, they'd go Tyson.
Well, but they got Cam Ward help, or they're trying to, and Tate ran a slow 40, correct?
Tate played a soft-ass game in that game against Miami in the Cotton Bowl.
So let's go to the film guy. Let's go to Brooks here. What are your thoughts on that pick? And Cody's draft is a mess right now. He's not going to be happy with everything that's happening here. But let's go to Brooks Austin. Tell us what you got here.
Yeah, I think if you absolutely had to have a wide receiver, this is probably the safest selection. I'm a big fan of smooth route runners, like guys that make every route look identical up until the point of break, right? When I come to a stop or I'm breaking in and out of my route. Carnell Tate is that. He is a very, very good route runner. He's not a big physical freak. I think that's what everyone's going to be concerned about, drafting him inside the top 5. Like, I don't know if this ever projects to a true guaranteed number 1. Like, we got to tilt the field over to take care of this guy. I don't know if he'll ever be that on the NFL level, but he's guaranteed to be a high-end starter at the wide receiver position. I was extremely impressed with his ability to go up and be physical at the catch point on jump balls for a guy, again, who's not 6'4", 210 pounds. He's got what I would call quick bunnies. He's got an ability to get up rapidly, and that's important at the catch point.
This guy knows what he's talking about. Quick bunnies. He's going to be a dude. I love Brooks. Brooks.
You wrote that down. You wrote down Jeremiah Love is going to be a dude. I saw you writing that down.
Yeah. No, I like what Brooks has. So, Brooks, question for you. With a lot of sackable quarterbacks in the AFC South, you figure, man, Arvell Reese is out there. He's a guy who could be a dynamic edge. You got, the ghost of Daniel Jones. You got C.J. Stroud who gets sacked a million times. Felt like an easy pick, no?
Maybe we feel like because they're so sackable, we don't have to spend a premier pick on an edge rusher. Maybe we feel like we can get a guy like T.J. Parker top into the second. You never really know. I think might be best player available at a position of need. We kind of have to balance those two, right? Position of need and best player available. I think he marks off both for them. I was a big Jordan Tyson Tate fan, but the hamstring stuff scares me. So if I need a guarantee safe pick at a position of need and my position of need is wide receiver, I'm okay with taking Tate here.
What's the truth about his speed? Because there was the slow 40 time, and then there was Drew Rosenhaus saying through Adam Schefter that his time wasn't actually that slow, that they got it wrong. What's real? What's the truth?
Yeah, unless you're turning in like 4.65s, buddy, it doesn't really bother me all that much. The direct correlation to fast 40s and immediate success in the NFL, there is no correlation. Now, if you're a corner running slow, we're going to talk about some of those maybe tonight. That's a big concern for me. But wide receivers, man, it's all about fluidity and smoothness in routes unless you are one of these elite twitchy freaks.
Do you guys do anything when you hear all the talk and the obsessions with money, when I point out to you that Jeremiah Love just got more guaranteed money? Saquon Barkley was $36 million. Jeremiah Love, without playing it down, is $50 million. That's sure thing money. We've got Saquon Barkley was the star of last season. Kenneth Walker
barring
was
injury. He is a sure thing at the position. I know I make a lot of fun of him because Miami was all over his ass in that game, but he's a special back, dude.
Yeah, and Barkley's also 7 years older. These running backs, especially these special ones, those first few years could arguably wind up being their best.
Let's go back out to Pittsburgh. Let's go out to the Pittsburgh bar. I want all of the thoughts that Dameshek and Lucy have. Lucy seems like she's already tired of the amount of noise that's there. Dameshek, give me an update from Pittsburgh, please.
Oh, it's festive as ever. It's going along grandly, Dan. First of all, on Carnell Tate, I agree with the film guy for what it matters. I think an extra tenth of a second is not as consequential as how smooth Carnell Tate is. I like that pick there. And by the way, if for no other reason, Cam Ward's emotional well-being going into year 2, you have to give him something, right? The bigger issue I have is with Jeremiah Love. What do you do? I love the idea of controlling. I disagree with a lot of people who say don't take running backs in the first round. It gives you 5 years of control of the guy, really 6 if you tag him. I like that idea. I just don't think in his first season we're going to see a ton out of him because of the state of the Cardinals.
I agree with everything Dave said.
Hold on with that agreement.
With the 5th pick in the NFL draft, the New York Giants select Arvell Reese.
Special D-line.
Better the second time you announced it.
Well, he went quiet when it was for the Jets because he's anti the Jets, as he should be, as a Miami guy. Cody's list is a disaster. He's getting everything wrong. Let's go to your father in his headquarters because he's going to
So is Kuiper, in my dad's defense.
He's going to be pissed off. Let's check in with Greg. Greg, so you've gotten 4 out of the first 5 wrong, correct? Usually you start better than this.
Yeah, I had a really good start last year, and this has been a rough one. But as I said earlier, after Mendoza, the whole top 10 into the top 14 or 15, it's just tough. And Kuiper hasn't done a hell of a lot better than me right now. We're 2-1 in super Zagactos through 5 picks. So I'm still only 1 behind.
We have a trade. The Browns are trading out in number 6, and the Kansas City Chiefs are moving up. This is a potential spot for Ruben Bain.
Oh, this is what Nick Wright wanted. And
why do you think it's a potential spot for Ruben Bain?
Well, because they were picking at number 9, and the buzz from Ian Rappaport was he anticipates Ruben Bain going a little bit earlier. So if Ruben Bain is indeed their guy, now with Reese off the board, pass rushers might start flying here. This is an aggressive move.
Cody's next pick is the Browns taking Carnell Tate, so he's in real trouble here. He's having
shambles. Some might say.
I mean, he got the one right.
Your brain beating me.
That everybody would get right, and now it's just he's insured of having the next pick right. And speaking of right, we're proper screwed because Nick Wright was supposed to join us before the Chiefs pick, which we were expecting to be later, not now. So he's not going to join us at the correct time. But let's go out to Brooks Austin here and get some information here from the film guy on what his thoughts are on what it is the Chiefs are about to do.
So I got some thoughts on Arvell Reese, but I'm with Mike in the sense that this is probably an edge rusher, I would imagine. And if it is Ruben Bain, that's a guy I love. There's no tape I like watching, and I've watched a lot of it. No tape I've liked watching more than Ruben Bain's this year, from top to bottom. And if this is the name that comes up, I'm more than happy to talk about him in full depth. But, man, that is a football player that I love and that loves football. I'm a big Ruben Bain guy.
When you say top to bottom, it's mostly the bottom, right? You can't believe how low to the ground he plays.
And it's so thick. Like, to be 265 pounds and to play below the shin is nuts. Like, that kid is very, very special. I'm a big Ruben Bain fan, but I'm getting a little intel that it is not Bain.
All right, hold on just a second, though. We'll get your thoughts on Arvell Reese in a second, too, but we've got Mike Biamonte in here now.
After the trade with the 6th pick in the NFL draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Mansoor Delane.
Oh, my God. Cody, that's his next pick.
Really?
To the Commanders. That's
Cody's. The Dolphins can still get Bain.
So Nick Wright's going to come on here angry, I think, because he wanted Bain too. But let's go back out to the film guy on both of the picks.
They did trade their top corner to the Rams earlier in the offseason. Was a place in need. Thought they would do it a little bit later. Thought with Reese flying off the board, this was a spot for Ruben Bain. They do have some draft capital. They have another pick. Maybe they can get back up there. But now I'm a little worried about getting 2 Miami Hurricanes in the top 10.
I got to tell you, we're dominating this draft coverage. We're 2 picks ahead.
Yeah, we're moving fast. Brooks, give us your thoughts on Arvell Reese first, please.
Yeah, if this were a quarterback, everybody would be talking about his limited number of starts. This is a guy who hadn't played a lot of football, but the raw traits are there. I mean, you can see it. The ability to maybe potentially one day be a 10-sack guy are right there, but he is clueless with regards to how to rush. He's just out there winning with athleticism, and the good thing about him is he's very aware of that. He is very open to admitting that. I was surprised by his ability to play high-end inside linebacker, like off ball. So, yeah, if they can play him on first and second down as a true inside linebacker and then let him progress as a high-end edge rusher, I like Arvell a lot. But his football instincts are a little bit, they're not as high as you would expect for a blue-chip prospect, but he doesn't have to move first because he's going to move fastest. That's the way he plays.
Mansoor Delane?
Yeah, I love this kid. You are not going to run past him. He is unstackable. When we talk about wide receivers wanting to get on top of corners, you're not going to get on top of Mansoor Delane. He is a certified hip flipper. This guy's hips are very, very greasy, okay? Very smooth, gets in and out of breaks very, very well. And he's at least willing to tackle, okay? And I think that's a very, very important thing, especially if we've changed the blocking rules out on the edge. Can't cut guys anymore. We got to be willing to stick our nose in there, and Mansoor is at least willing to do so, unlike some of these corners we're going to hear come off the board tonight.
Hips are greasy, certified hip flipper.
Yeah, I wrote those down.
There you go.
I don't know what that means, a certified hip flipper.
That means he flips his hips well.
Thank you. We will check back in with you. We will check back in with Lucy and Dameshek. Nick Wright was supposed to join us later. I imagine he's upset right now.
We're bringing Nick in. That's why we had to shut the film guy down there.
I just imagine that he's upset right now. He told us he wanted Ruben Bain. When they said they were going to trade up, he had to have expected that they were going to be trading up to get Ruben Bain. Nick, how are you feeling about what your Chiefs have just done here?
I don't know what they've done. I was trying to watch the draft spoiler-free. I got to tell you, I love you guys, and I love our relationship, but I have all I know is this. I'm just watching the draft. On my screen, Arvell Reese just went 5th. I'm doing it old school. I'm watching the broadcast.
All right, let's get
We're 3 picks ahead.
Come on, Boomer.
All right, let's get his reaction then. Let's just so where
Should
are
we bring Michael Biamonte back in?
You're 3 picks ahead?
Yeah, we're a
Nick,
little ahead.
based off of what our vibe is, what do you think they did?
If they traded up for the Miami offensive lineman, it's not really what I was hoping for.
All right.
Well, that's
not
not
your
what
take.
happened.
That's not what happened. They definitely
Hold on.
traded up.
So here's the deal. But all I know is Arvell Reese just went 5th. I would, my God, and now people are texting me. I really would.
This is
Caleb
fun.
Downs, my favorite player in the draft. I like Bain because I thought he'd be there. I really don't want an offensive lineman. I'm now seeing Chiefs on the clock at 6.
Yeah.
So
That's
we had
old
9.
news.
What did Mike? No, it's not.
It is old news.
I'm linear. I'm linear television. You know what I like? Turning on a TV and seeing what's going on.
Live in the now.
You guys are hipsters.
We're hip flippers.
So can I just find out in real
Give me
time?
give me
Don't
like
spoil it.
give me your
just
like
hold
top
on.
3
Don't spoil
picks.
it.
Give me your
Hold on.
top 3 picks that you wish Kansas City traded up
Right
for.
now,
Yeah.
for the Chiefs at 6. Bain won, but you guys ruined that for me because you're like, we know you wanted him, so I guess we didn't get him. Thanks for that, guys.
Detective.
Caleb Downs, I think, is the best player in college football. Sonny Styles would be pretty sick. I didn't think that was possible. And then my next option, I guess, would be the receiver Jordan Tyson, who is a very good player. But listen, I'm old school when it comes to professional tackle football. I don't like guys who get hurt. And everybody, the Xavier Worthy pick, it worried me. I'm like, the guy's skinny. Too skinny. All right, the Chiefs pick is in, though.
All right, how many guesses
Holy
do you think, Nick,
moly.
it'll take for you to actually get it right?
If you're telling me it wasn't any of those guys and they traded up,
This is awkward.
Please don't. Is it a different offensive lineman? If it's Mekhi Lemon, then I guess I'd rather him than Jordan
Keep going.
Tyson. You're really upsetting me, Zaz.
What did we do?
He's linear.
Well, you're spoiling it. I came on for review, and now I'm doing a Marriott Bonvoy player interview. The pick is in. Oh, my. I didn't name. Did I forget a player? Let me look at my mock draft, which is in shambles.
Do that.
Hold on. Did I forget a good player? Hold on a second. If I just forgot a good player, those guys are all gone. Oh, did they traded up for the corner out of LSU?
Maybe.
That would be
We're gonna get your live
that-
reaction.
That would be surprising to me, and it's not what I would have done. I also, can you guys though at least tell me, since we're here, what we gave up? We gave up the 9th pick and what?
I'm seeing the 74th and the 148th overall pick.
Did we get anything back? No swaps? So we gave up a good 3rd?
Now we're going to get even further ahead because Mike Biabonte is in with the Commanders
How many
pick.
pass rushers do the Giants need, by the way?
With the 7th pick in the NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles.
Wow, number 7.
Good pick by them.
And Nick Wright is hurt because he wanted
Nick,
Sonny.
your reaction to the number 7 pick.
I mean, I like Sonny Styles. I actually don't. I didn't really want him for the Chiefs because we have a linebacker, a good linebacker.
All right, hold
in
on,
Nick
hold
Bolton.
on.
Sonny Styles probably more upside.
Here. It's happening right now, Nick. We'll get
Hold
your
on, the pick is in.
Here we go.
Shh, dummy
The
up.
pick is in.
Say
Here
both.
we go. I have okay, I'm seeing the Arrowhead logo. I like it. Rodgers walking there. He's wearing a black suit. The Chiefs pick is in. Holy moly. You guys are toying with my emotions. With the 6th pick. Mansour Delane. Out of LSU.
We're like Oz the Mentalist.
I mean, listen, I understand it. I don't hate it. It's surprising to me. It is not how they have valued corners in the past. But if they think he's a true shutdown corner and the number 1 corner in the draft, I don't know that you really had to. Here was the thing. I don't think you had to trade up for him, but okay, so be it. You didn't mess with the 29th or the 40th pick.
I'm sorry, we already broke this down about 10 minutes ago. So
well, then why did you have me? What do you want me to do?
Just that.
Yeah, are you happy?
I'm fine. An offensive lineman, Mike Ryan toying with my emotions via text days ago. An offensive lineman would have been irresponsible and ridiculous. And all the folks out there who, it's so weird. I understand if you're in the national media and you don't really have your finger on the pulse of the Cardinals because you haven't been watching it. But the Chiefs have been the highest rated, most important team for the last 7 years. And the folks in the national media that's like the Chiefs have to start rebuilding their offensive line as if they don't have a left tackle, left guard, center, and right guard all locked up for the next 4 years. Never made any sense. So the only thing that was really going to make me upset was offensive line. I was going to be a little nonplussed with receiver unless it was Carnell Tate. So listen, I'm fine with this. I thought they needed pass rusher. And, I'm a Ruben Bain fan, but I'm okay with it.
You would have been more fine with it though if they'd stayed where they were and gotten him, correct? As opposed to what just happened with it, which is they could have traded up and gotten exactly the guy you wanted. Now they're giving up capital to get a guy that you're okay with, but they had to trade up to get him.
I don't understand the trade up piece of it. That is correct. That is 100% correct. I think he would have been there. I'm stunned that they did this. Now, this also does mean at 29, because I was thinking they would try to address secondary at 29. Maybe they go wide receiver there, and we just, again, you know what? Galaxy Brain, I'm doing a switcheroo. You know what my takeaway here is? Double takeaway. One is Cam Jordan, welcome to the Chiefs. Little 1-year ring chase with Cam Jordan. He might already, did he have a ring with Drew Brees? Was he there then? I think it was the year after when he got there. That was a long time. No, he doesn't have a ring yet with Cam Jordan. And pick 29 straight up for Brian Thomas Jr., I would do it. That's the next Chiefs moves. Now I can join you guys wherever you're at on live in the draft.
All right,
sorry,
that's okay. Stay there for a second, but let's go out to Brooks Austin here on Sunny Styles as Mike Biamonte walks into the room. Hold on a second, Brooks, because
this could be a big one.
I want to stay 4 and 5 picks ahead of where it is that Nick is. So let's get Mike Biamonte in here real quick, and then we'll go out to.
He's got a smile on his face.
With the 8th pick in the NFL draft, the New Orleans Saints select Jordan Tyson.
Nice. Getting close.
Cody's getting nothing right. He had Ruben Bain going to the Saints.
2 receivers top 10. Wow.
The Dolphins are going to be in position to get Ruben Bain.
Narrative.
It's looking like
this is bad for the narrative.
There's a couple more.
I needed 2 top 10 Canes.
Brooks, go ahead and catch us up
Gesundheit.
here. Yes, Gesundheit. That pick is nothing to sneeze at. Let's go out here.
Wow. Hey, put Dan in the penalty box. Somebody. What? Dan just said that pick's nothing to sneeze at.
You're off base
Dan,
here, Nick. I love you, but you're off base.
Fair's fair.
It's a callback.
Self-imposed.
Callback.
Here's the reason you can't do that to me. I'm going to give you the context for it because the sound that we're playing that I don't think you know we're playing was we were very impressed one time that Reese Davis reacted the way that he did in real time as quickly as he did to Lou Holtz on the set sneezing in a way that was both wet and sounded like a car from the 1920s. And so that was a callback. What I was doing there was doing a joke that this is the context for.
Mentioned Amir Abdullah. Now, Marshall, usually it's all Rakeem Cato who did throw a touchdown pass in his 40. Devin Johnson put up 272 yards. That's a Marshall record. Nothing to sneeze at.
Wow.
Hello.
I mean, the best jokes are the ones that you have to explain a 6-year-old context for. That's what they always say. But so I guess no penalty box. That was the alarm reminding me to come join you guys. But I'm already here.
This is like a time travel sci-fi genre. We're way ahead of everybody.
It's
here.
a disaster movie.
Let's go out.
Good for Washington. That's a good pick, Sonny Styles. That's a good pick.
Let's go out to Brooks Austin so that he can tell us what he thinks of Sonny Styles.
Just in case anyone was wondering, I myself am a really violent sneezer. Sonny Styles, there's going to be a lot of talk about him being 6'5" and playing inside linebacker. Normally when we get that tall, we're not really comfortable playing inside the box and playing with the required pad level to play as a good inside linebacker. However, he has tremendous ankle and knee bend. All right. He is not a waist bender. He plays extremely low for a 6'5" football player. He is an absolute instincts machine in zone coverage as well. Being 6'5", being 240 pounds, running a 4.4, being extremely athletic in our movement patterns and instinctual, he's going to impact passing lanes at a really high rate. And he shows promise as a rusher if you need to have him do that on passing downs as well. I'm a big Arvell Reese fan. I don't think there is many negatives to point to about this football player.
How do you feel about Jordan Tyson?
Yeah, the injury stuff does concern me, and it is not a toughness thing. You can see against Texas Tech, guys, he pops his hamstring in the middle of the third quarter. He comes back and wins that football game for them in the fourth against Texas Tech at Arizona State. It's a matter of the fact that, the knee injury wasn't just an ACL. It was an ACL, MCL, PCL. We blew it up pretty bad, and we're constantly having these hamstring things for as long as I've been around football, guys. Most of the time, if you're a hamstring guy, if you struggle with hamstrings, you're normally going to struggle with that in perpetuity unless you're Jackson Smith and Jigba and for some reason you've been wearing cleats that are 2 sizes too big. It does scare me, but the tape is undeniable. This guy is wide receiver 1 tape. It's just a matter of longevity I would be concerned about.
I'm so confused by what New York did, and maybe we let go of Nick Wright a little too early because I got to think one of their pass rushers on the Giants are expendable now. Thibodeau, Carter, and now Arvell Reese. That is a loaded outside rush. I know they got rid of Lawrence, but I didn't see them stacking on the outside.
Well, I don't think am I still here? You said you got rid of me.
Yes, you are.
Early.
Yep.
I'm right here.
Yeah, you're here.
I don't think Arvell Reese is a day one pass rusher in the NFL. I think he's a day one linebacker. I think Micah was a linebacker that was better at edge rushing in the NFL. I think this guy is going to be a linebacker that can be an edge rusher eventually. So I think that he is going to be an off-ball linebacker first and foremost. So you can say that's a little rich at number 5 to take him. And I also think that Thibodeau might be gettable. Maybe that's what the Chiefs are doing. Gonna get maybe Kayvon Thibodeau wants to play in some big football games one day. Come down to Kansas City. We do need a pass rusher. I'm a little on tilt by the fact that we don't have a pass rusher yet. I don't like it.
Yeah, you're going through the bin here trying to grab every pass rusher that's available in the league.
Cam Jordan.
Yeah,
Cam Jordan, Kayvon Thibodeau. I'm just trying to grab, folks from the Louisiana area, either pro team or college team. Yeah, that is true. That is what I'm going through. I think Caleb Downs was the best player in college football each of the last 2 years. Nobody wants him because he's a safety. I don't care that he's a safety. Guy's awesome. And I agree with the injury fella. The hurt players are hurt.
Injury fella.
I wasn't trying to be disrespectful, man. I apologize. I didn't.
I mean, honestly, I was going to compliment you on your Arvell Reese take. That was some ball knowledge right there, brother.
Oh, thank you. Oh, your name's on there, Brooks Austin. Brooks, I really wasn't trying to be a jackass there, sincerely.
Can you guys check that? Can you guys change that graphic, cross it out, and just put injury fella and the analyst, which is how Greg Cody referred to him. Just cross out ball knower and call him the injury fella.
But the hamstring injuries. So this is where I agree with Brooks entirely. And I know this sounds like snapped collarbone. It happens. Deal with it. You know what I mean? I can chalk that off. If you saw how Jordan Tyson got his knee blown up, it's like, all right, 90% of players would have had their knee blown out if it got hit like that. So you worry about lingering a little bit, but he came back after that injury and had this monster season, so you maybe chalk that off. Hamstrings are the worst thing. A guy who has a bad hamstring will always have a bad hamstring, And the way he plays so herky-jerky, stop-start, you feel like he's just going to hurt it more. So I agree with Brooks on that 100%. Now that you guys, he needed me to co-sign it.
Now picking 9th in the NFL draft after the trade with the Kansas City Chiefs, the Cleveland Browns select Spencer Fano.
I can actually report number 10. I know who's going number 10. Yeah. No. Number 10 is going to be the New York Giants. Go ahead. Give me the sound. I can't do better than Biamonte, so I'm not even going to try, but it's going to be CeCe Mawanoa at number 10.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't play?
Ruben Bain is available to the Miami
Whoa.
Dolphins. They better not.
Oh, my God. If you want to get off on the right foot with the Dolphins, just take him. He's definitely going to be awesome.
Look at that. That was actual reporting there.
We're way ahead now. And, Nick, you were shouting and you were your sound was turned down. What is it that you have for us here? Because we couldn't hear what you were shouting.
I'm glad my sound was turned down because I was being a real jerk. Because as soon as Mike said he can report it and he has it first, I just yelled, "It must be Mawanoa!" I just knew it because the Giants, it was going to be one of the Miami kids, and the Giants aren't going to go back-to-back front seven defensive guys, so I figured that. But yeah, the Miami Dolphins should definitely take Ruben Bain. Even evidently, listen, maybe the NFL has just, is terrified of the short arms. I will say this, and I wanted Ruben Bain. If the news was the Chiefs traded next year's first-round pick to move up to select him now, I'd be happy. Anytime a guy's in the first percentile on any measurable, it does give you a little pause. And I think that's what's happening to Bain, even though I think he's a monster. And I like the other Miami kid too, Mesidor. The problem is he got his PhD, right? He's Brandon Whedon's age. So that's concerning there. But yeah, Miami should take Bain. I agree.
We are in the Miami portion of the draft. This is very exciting that the Dolphins have a chance at Ruben Bain, but let's get the Tom Rinaldi style piece. Greg Cody put his writer hat on for the show, put all of this in perspective, all of this misery. Let's go out to Greg Cody.
When the Miami Dolphins last won a Super Bowl, this old man was a teenager. Those were analog days. The World Wide Web was still 20 years in the future. It's been 42 years since the Dolphins were last even in a Super Bowl. It's been more than a quarter century, an NFL long current drought since Miami even won a playoff game. If Dolphins did not invent the idea of constant misery, they've perfected it. Anytime any other NFL fans are miserable, Dolphins should get a royalty check. Who else suffers this much? Raiders fans? Nah, they've won a Super Bowl since Miami last won a playoff game. Browns fans? Cleveland won a playoff game in 2020. And in lockstep with these decades of Dolphins downturn has been this franchise's recent history of draft day letdowns. The Fins' last two first-round quarterbacks, both top 10, spent a combined 12 years being just good enough to keep hope afloat, yet failing to end the playoff win drought. Ryan Tannehill and Tua Tagovailoa ultimately amounted to nothing but wasted time, and they were just mediocre enough to always cost the club higher draft picks. The following other draft groans have happened to the Dolphins with first-round picks since last winning a playoff game. Remember Ronnie Brown with the number 2 overall pick? Pretty good running back, but they could have had a guy named Aaron Rodgers that year. Ted Ginn Jr. happened. Big letdown with the Dolphins, better after he left. Jake Long was Miami's last number 1 overall draft pick in 2008. Pretty good tackle, but they could have had Matt Ryan. Deion Jordan happened. No explanation necessary. In the 25 drafts since Miami last won a playoff game, there have been 186 players selected, and a grand total of 4 have made more than 1 Pro Bowl as a Dolphin. The rare exceptions, Xavier Howard, Rashad Jones, Jarvis Landry, and Mike Pouncey. 3 other Fins drafted in that time also won multiple Pro Bowls, except Minka Fitzpatrick, Laramie Tunsil, and Vontae Davis did so with other teams. Better after they left. Now, a new Dolphins regime is in a full rebuild, and it has a lot to work with. 11 draft picks, 2 in the first round, 7 in the top 100. They almost can't fail. Well, unless a quarter century of franchise curse returns for an encore.
We've got genuine dramatic buildup here because they can do the easy right thing, or they can recreate the whole Ted Ginn Jr. family, where whatever pick they take is going to be unpopular, whoever it is, if it's not Reuben Day.
Isn't this just such an easy win? Like, everybody
Feels
in
like
Miami loves the Hurricanes. Like, I get it. You don't want to make the pick just to appease fans if you're not into the
But
guy.
who doesn't want a pass rusher? You want a pass rusher.
It's very
They need a pass rusher.
They have no playmakers on defense. Take them.
Let's go out to a loud Pittsburgh bar where Lucy is full of French fries and fanning her face. Lucy, give us an update there from very close to the draft and the 100,000 people watching it nearby.
It is still loud and it's very hot, so I packed a portable fan, which has been awesome. Something you guys didn't talk about with Arvell Reese is, did you see he said that he had a .4 GPA in high school?
Certified hip flipper.
No, not a hip flipper.
That weighted or unweighted?
That's crazy. But he was able to get into the Ohio State.
He said he had a 3.7 in college, but he was like, yeah, 0.4 in high school. That's crazy.
Good thoughts from Dameshek there, who was just staring at the side of Lucy's.
He was listening to Young Jock, that's why.
Oh, no. Listen, I have plenty to say here. I am fascinated by one of the enduring curiosities of pro football, and it's that certain franchises cannot solve certain positions. Lawrence Taylor is the all-time great. It's not just pass rusher, but football player. But since him, the Giants can't seem to land on an edge guy. They keep taking whacks at it. Now they've done it again. It'll be interesting to see what happens with him. And then the Saints, of all the teams, they had Michael Thomas, who was an all-pro. The only problem was he wasn't on the field for the last 3 or so seasons of his alleged career, and now they jump right back into that fire. Fascinating stuff. Not as fascinating. Call me an old man. I don't get all the cutaways to the war room, all the up 5 hand. I used to think the war room was compelling. I'm over it.
I legit cannot hear him at all. Like, not a bit at all. I have no idea what he just said.
Okay.
We cannot hear each other. It is so loud.
All right. We'll come back to you and get the more analysis, you not being able to hear the person who is right next to you. But let's go back to the injury fella and get caught up, the analyst. Let's get caught up on where it is, because Mike Ryan broke news, and now we're like 3 or 4 picks ahead. Are we not? Like, now we're way ahead.
Yeah, we number 9 is in, according to ESPN. We already reported that. And immediately following Michael B's announcement, we went ahead and reported that CeCe Mauanoa is going number 10.
And that means we'll probably have it. If it's good for us, you're going to have it, Mike. I feel like we're heading in that direction.
Okay, yeah, I should check in.
I mean, come on.
Break the news.
Yeah, but do you want me to spoil that for you?
No, I'd rather be a Monte.
Yeah, I'd rather be a Monte too.
I mean,
That's
you
a good
felt
show
fine.
moment. I want to get your genuine
the gun,
reaction.
You were
Chris,
good to
come
do
on.
it with Mauanoa.
Yeah, but because of what was at stake, which means
I just want Bane.
We have time to build up to this. We will have dramatic tension on whether or not we're excited or disappointed. But let's go back out to the injury fella to get us caught up on where it is we are right now.
You want Spencer Fano notes? I got Spencer Fano notes.
Yep.
I'm not a Spencer Fano guy. The idea that Spencer Fano is the first offensive lineman taken off the board makes me question my process, to be honest with you. Tremendous feet. He's a really good athlete, but there's 0 play strength on tape. We are a hand placer. We are not a hand striker. We have no hips. We have no ass. So I really, really worry about us getting our face ran through when we get to Sunday League football. I have very, very bad drawbacks of a football player named Andre Dillard from Washington State, who was exactly this. The feet were awesome. He's a great athlete, but when you watch him play against real NFL guys, he gets his face ran through. I worry about that with Fano.
What did you write down
This
back
guy's
there,
awesome.
Tony? What did you
No
write?
ass. Yeah, I wrote that down. No ass.
He is awesome. That's right. That's why he's on with
This
us.
guy's awesome.
We are surrounded by awesome people. That's what we try to do here. Nick, do you have any thoughts on what it is that you're watching presently on television? Because you've got a lot of histrionics. I'm surprised that you care this much about the draft outside of what's happening with the Chiefs.
What are you talking? I love sport. You know what? To quote my partner Kevin Wildes, I love sport. There's 2 NBA playoff games going on. I'm watching draft cut-ups of a guy with no ass, according to Brooks. Also, much like, if you listen to someone in like at a cocktail party talking about business and they have a British accent, you take them a little, like 10% more seriously. His Southern accent makes me take his film analysis 10%, maybe 20% more seriously. I thought the same thing, man. He doesn't, attack with his hands or whatever the hell you said when I was watching the Utah offensive line tape preparing for my mock drafts. But I just, while I would like, because I'm going to let you guys, you guys should be able to be very Miami once the Miami pick comes in. I would like for Ruben Bain to be able to stay in Miami because I've become a little attached to him because I thought that's who the Chiefs were going to draft. But I also think that whole group of you fellas really basked in what appeared to be my at least temporary pain. And so maybe you guys just take the white safety out of Oregon and you have to, roll around in that for a little bit.
Those are the stakes. That's where we're headed on the dramatic tension.
Whoa, guys, we have breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh, come on.
The Dolphins have traded out of 11. The Cowboys have traded up.
They're going to take Bain.
It's only one spot.
Yeah, but they want to pass.
Well, unless they traded the 20th, Zaz.
They want
the Cowboys have 12 and 20.
The Cowboys are now at 11.
It's this one.
The Cowboys are now at 11. The Cowboys need an edge rusher.
That's what they're going to take. They want a pass rusher. They just traded.
I think they're going to take Caleb Downs.
Oh, please. Oh, imagine if we traded down one pick and we still get Bain. Oh, let's go.
Had a bad feeling.
What did they get? What did they get to trade down?
We'll wait for Adam Schefter to report.
But Jerry Jones is dying for a pass rusher. Oh, man.
All right, Piemonte.
No, he's going to break our heart. He's going to break our heart.
Oh, he has it?
After the trade with the Miami Dolphins, at number 11, the Dallas Cowboys select Caleb Downs.
Oh, you had me.
And he had the point.
And he pointed at me
right in the eye.
He's a trickster.
He looks me right in the eye.
He's a trickster.
I love you, Mike B.
All right, so where are the Miami Dolphins?
He
Miami
started
Dolphins are at number
Caleb with
12.
an R. I heard it.
Yep.
I heard it. I don't know how he did that.
With his mouth.
That was some trickery from Piemonte. I don't know how he did that. He had me scared and terrified. So now the Dolphins are still in the position.
Come on.
Wow. What a ride.
Come on.
This has been crazy.
I thought that Jerry Jones wanted a pass rusher. Wasn't that like...
Also, safeties are fun players.
I'm being told the Dolphins get this 12th pick and then 177 and 180.
All right. So they
that's great. And so they clearly had intel that the Cowboys weren't going to take their guy. So that's great.
What are those, like a couple
That's
six-round
really
picks?
good.
Is that what
Also,
that is?
great job by me calling Caleb Downs.
Great job by you. So we've got to go to the injury fella, though, because I got to get caught up on a bunch of different things, including we got to get how many are we? How
we
many
need
are we
Mawanoa
behind?
breakdowns, and we need Caleb Down breakdowns.
All right, where are we on this injury fella?
Yeah, we got Francis first. I think he's the safest prospect we have on the offensive line. Talk about an offensive line pedigree for you right here, boys and girls. IMG Academy, it is the highest level of high school football we possibly can. Goes down there, balls out. He's a 5-star coming out. Starts and plays every single game he is available for in college under Alex Mirabal. For my money, the best offensive line coach we have in college football. He has a tremendous, what I call, anchor awareness. He knows when somebody is attempting to dare to bull rush him, and he gets his feet stuck in the ground really, really well. Has immense core strength on this individual. My only fear about Francis is that whoever drafts him tonight is going to be dumb enough to try to play him at guard and not think he is a tackle. He is a certified NFL starter for a long time at the tackle spot.
I want to keep going here, but I need to find out from Greg Cody and Nick Wright how they're feeling about their mock drafts both being a disaster, because right now both of them are 1 for 10 so far in this draft. Greg Cody, how are you feeling about what's happening right now with your exactos?
I'm feeling distressed. I had him going obviously one lower to Miami, and now that can't happen. I'll never know whether that was going to happen or not with this trade up. But the good news is the Dolphins now should get Reuben Bain. So I'm happy for Dolphins fans.
Good on them.
They better. Very good.
Nick, how do you feel about your disaster of a mock draft?
So my mock draft history, now I realize I'm the guy who the first time I walked into a casino, I walked in with $100 and walked out with 10,000 and thought it was easy and became hopelessly addicted. Because the first time I ever played in the mock draft streets, I annihilated. I was so good. And turns out it was just dumb, stupid luck. Because now each year I've made the build up bigger. We did 4 versions of my mock draft on the show. At the end of the show today, I called out Peter Schrager, the most accurate mock draft in the world last year, and I've been stone dead since Mendoza. I really need a run in the 20s to just have some type of respectability here. I don't love it. Before we get the Miami pick, can Brooks tell if he agrees with me that Caleb Downs is the best player in college football for 2 years, and this is a sick pick by the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, Nick, I'm with you. You've said a couple things tonight where I'm like, damn, his gambling addiction has him hooked to watching college football on Saturday.
There you go. That's right.
But no, I'm with you. This is the smartest and most impactful non-quarterback I've ever had the pleasure of scouting and evaluating. As a true freshman in Nick Saban's system as safety, he had Kool-Aid McKinstry and Terran Arnold, 2 NFL guys, palms up in him, meaning like they would turn around and ask him what to do as an 18-year-old freshman. This is a football player who will absolutely revamp what you do in the back end. He will control everything. He's a coach on the field. And does everything on tape. If you need to see him play high safety and play center field safety and cover a lot of ground, turn on his freshman tape. If you want to see him go into the nickel and play bump and run man-to-man coverage against a big-bodied tight end, turn on Tyler Warren's tape against Penn State. If you want to see him play in the box and shut down the run game, turn on Miami from this year in the playoffs. There is nothing on the football field that this guy cannot do. The only thing that scares me is how much I like him. I think this is going to be an Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu type of football player where he makes dozens of plays every year where you're like, how did he know that was going to happen? How did he get there? That doesn't make sense. He does it all the time on tape.
That's a crazy comparison you're making. Ed Reed wasn't a top 10 pick. Like usually the safeties aren't impactful enough to get into the top 10. It's not impactful enough of a position to get into the top 10. Like you must be must be really good for you to be comparing him to the 2 best safeties who have ever played.
Yes, from an instinctual and the ability to get to places because I move and see it first. This guy will do this. He is the most high-end football savant I've seen on the defensive side of the ball. Like there is nothing like this. Now, I have a very close proximity to this. He went to high school like 30 minutes down the road from me. I've had a lot of high-level football conversations with he and his dad, who was a 20-year college football coach. Like this dude knows ball. This guy's been around high levels of football conversations since birth. He is going to work.
Roy, why were you shaking your fist violently?
Alex Tuck just scored for the Buffalo Sabres. They are up 2-1 in Boston here in Game 3.
Okay, it was hockey. And I like what Nick Wright said when I asked him about the draft and being surprised that he was so excited. And he's like, I love sports. I'm watching the NBA playoffs.
Nick's down 10.
What's the problem with that?
Well, but I was just asking. Well, you weren't excited that way about the draft. You were excited because you were watching a different sport.
No, that's not true. It's all of the above. It's just not true. I'm consuming everything except for hockey.
Pick is in.
Hey, man. I saw a report from a reporter here in South Florida about who the Dolphins might have picked here, and I
I am going to sit back and watch the show.
Oh, no.
He's doing the thing that we did with Nick. Now I know it's not Ruben Bain.
No.
It's an offensive
It was so much fun to do this to Nick. Now I hate this.
Now I don't want Mike Biamonte to come in here.
Fun when the Rabbits got the gun.
Watch it be Caden Proctor.
Let's go out to Dameshek here
Now
and wait. We'll wait for Mike Biamonte, but don't be so disappointed that we're going to Dameshek. You just hurt his feelings.
I'm saying because Dolphins.
I know. We will have him come in a second, but Dameshek is calling for the ball out in Pittsburgh. What do you have, Dameshek?
I'm worried sick for you guys that it's not going to be Ruben Bain. I hope Mike's intel is inaccurate. In the meantime, I want to agree with Brooks and Nick, not just so that Brooks will say, man, you're smart too, Dave. But either way, yes, he is the dominant player in this draft. I'm surprised he's fallen. But also, I thought this was the copycat league. Does everybody know about Kyle Hamilton? And by the way, the reference to Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu is flattering, except that was a generation ago. Now, the goal is, I thought at least, positionless players. Big nickel, guy who can play safety, versatile in the secondary, maybe a little OLB and all of that. What happened here? How did Downs fall this fall? Great pick there by America's alleged team.
This is weird because I know for sure who number 13 is going to be, but we have the mystery around number 12. Because Jay Glazer already reported who number 13 is going to be. Do you guys want to know that?
Do you want Mike Biamonte to come in here and announce number 13 before number 12 and number?
Yeah,
and number 11.
Yeah. All right. Let me give him the note.
I can already tell this is not good for us.
Okay,
we're back.
Oh wait. Here we go. Here's
right.
Michael B.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's a disaster.
Oh no.
It's a
Oh
disaster.
no.
I know it is.
Oh come on.
It's Ted
Come
Ginn
on.
all over again.
No, not Ted Ginn all over again.
All right, go ahead.
Miami Dolphins are up now.
With the 13th pick.
Never mind.
In the first round, the Los Angeles Rams select.
Oh no.
Ty Simpson.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
We went in the future.
Whoa.
That's like time travel.
That was number 13. All right, and I know Brooks has opinions on this, but we're still going to be waiting suspensefully to see the reaction to number 12.
Whoa, he's coming back in. He's coming right back in. Biamonte is.
And I will have a report on number 14.
Wow.
After
Miami
this.
Dolphins are up now.
It's depressing.
After the trade with the Dallas Cowboys, the Miami Dolphins select Caden Proctor.
Oh, boy.
The guy that Brooks identified as the bust.
354-pound bust.
You had Ruben Bain on the board, and you went with the bust. I'm curious to hear Brooks's opinion on this. I certainly want to hear Lucy's opinion on this.
Oh, no. They are going to throw him screen passes.
And I'll just go ahead and report this. Entering the day, I felt pretty strongly that if Baltimore were on the clock at number 14 and Ruben Bain was there, they were not going to pass him up. I have it on good authority. So we'll see what happens there. But a lot to chew on here. Let's go to the football guy, the film guy first, the injury guy.
Fella,
the injury fella. Brooks, what do you got on Caden Proctor?
Yeah, this was the only football player that I've seen so much that I did not allow myself to heavily singular scout this process because I knew I was only going to dislike him more than I already do. We're way too heavy. We've always been way too heavy. We came into college at 400 pounds and got all the way, worked our way back down to 355 after coming back in at 375 pounds this summer. He gets ran by way too often to be a first-round draft pick. Now, you'll say, okay, well, we'll kick him inside the guard. Guys, there aren't 360-pound offensive guards in the NFL. Like, we still have to be somewhat laterally able to move. I'm not a big Proctor fan, especially not this high at 12. That is outrageous.
This is infuriating. This is
an all-time Dolphins fumble.
Let's go to the historian.
The only guy the injury fella said, I don't want to watch any more tape. I'm disgusted by it.
I got to hear.
I can't watch any more of this.
Got to hear Greg Cody's take on this because they had Ruben Bain available there for them, and they take Caden.
You've got to be shitting me. Let's go out to look at Nick Wright laughing at us. You got to be shitting me. We've got the Dolphin legendary columnist
It is. It's pretty good.
Know, it's infuriating.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
We've got the injury fella
They're
here.
so sad.
Is disgusted by his tape. He told us 17 picks ago. He told us, I can't watch this guy.
Oh, well, this is the best thing that could have happened.
Oh, to who?
To me and to haters.
Can I listen? I maybe I didn't watch the same tape as Brooks. I feel like now I'm the only one calling his name. You guys call him the injury fella. I feel like I'm really ruined tonight for him. I like the player. Now, do most of the highlights of his I like involve him with the ball in his hands rather than blocking people? Maybe. But I mean, I saw a 365-pound man hurdling people down the sideline. I was like, that could work.
You have to be shitting me. You have all they do is draft offensive linemen for 25 years, and they can never block anybody. So now they got one they can throw the ball to.
Exactly. I'm just laughing because you guys were so joyful over my, the Chiefs probably, slightly overpaid and took a position of need, but not, my preferred pick. I wanted them to take Ruben Bain. As it turns out, the league is worried about the T-Rex arms more than I was, and he's dropping. And you guys, this is the only show this is great. So
It's
I'm
not
gonna
great.
Sit back and watch.
Zaslow, you're the voice of the fan. You look at him.
I'm mad.
The red has come out of his face.
You drafted a fat dude who couldn't block FSU.
I'm mad. Like this is the first glimpse we see of this regime and see what they're about, and they're about passing on making everyone happy. Literally making every Dolphin fan happy. There's not a single Dolphin fan that would want them taking another offensive lineman over Ruben Bain. It's such a layup. And they just said, fuck it, we'll take an offensive lineman.
It is. It's infuriating. Let's go out to Greg Cody, legendary columnist. The injury fella's analysis is all the film has people just running by the fat guy.
Yeah, it's an indescribably curious pick. I cannot explain it. They should have taken Bain. That's beyond obvious. The fact that Bain has slipped a little in the draft, the NFL is obsessing over arms being an inch and a half short, but it's just I can't even. I'm still processing this, and I'm a little bit busy, as you might imagine. But always happy to talk to you guys. It seems like a terrible pick. Now, Caden Proctor, a year from now, maybe coming off a rookie Pro Bowl season, and we're all eating our words. But right now, it's just dumbfounding.
No, he's played 39 games as a tackle, and some people see him as a guard. And fuck you! You picked a guard before Ruben Bain. Look at Dameshek laughing at me. Look at Dameshek. He threw back his head.
It's not funny.
Roaring with laughter. A guard. A big fat guard.
Have at it, Pittsburgh.
So, Caden Proctor, former Iowa guy, committed to Iowa, decommitted, entered the transfer portal, did a little rumspringa in Iowa City, went back to Alabama. What I find so fascinating about this is Nick Saban, who recruited him, who was his head coach, yesterday on McAfee's show was like, yeah, Caden, athletic, like you could do some fun stuff with him. Not a self-starter, not motivated. For him to go out on a national show before a player he recruited got drafted and be like, I don't really believe that he has like the right personality to succeed is crazy to me. I feel like everything you said is absolutely correct. Like this was such a moment for Miami to be like, hey, we are like embracing this new culture. We are like buying into this city and giving everyone what they wanted. And instead, you went with a guy that did rumspringa in Iowa City and betrayed me.
I just don't understand from a self-interest standpoint. Zaslow just said it. What the hell are you doing? You just got to Miami. Win the fans over for at least the next 4 months. Then go from there. Once you get to September, if Ruben Bain ends up, you're not going to know he's a bust for a few years. By then, there will be myriad moves. In the meantime, pick the Miami guy. What are you doing? You're still an offensive line. Even if they took another edge over Ruben Bain, it would be spiritually wrong. Insane.
Would we consider that an app? Because that's on my bingo card.
What the hell?
No.
It's spiritually wrong. It's
what the
wrong.
hell, though.
It's wrong in all the ways that you would describe wrong. And I now want to go to the pantheon of dumb shit the Dolphins have done on draft day for all time. Because get the Cam Cameron sound of Cam Cameron trying to come out and tell the audience that was booing him when they took Ted Ginn and Ted Ginn's family instead of Brady Quinn. And obviously, in retrospect, Ted Ginn was the better pick. And it didn't help Cam Cameron or his popularity.
Just not with the Dolphins.
That's correct. He didn't do very much with the Dolphins. But all-time, that you have the chance of this being an all-time historic draft blunder from the Miami Dolphins. You give me Zaz, and we'll go out to Cody for perspective on this in a second, but give me all-time dumbass stuff that Miami Dolphins have done that have bothered
their fan base. Did you not watch the Greg piece? He did the whole thing. How's Zaz doing?
Mad, man. Like, what the hell? There was no reason that Ruben Baines should have been – there really was no reason he should have been available to the Dolphins at 12.
I got it.
They dropped down a spot even. He should have been available at 11. He's available at 12. It's just man, I'm bummed.
Guys, can I just jump in real quick? Because I know at some point, the level of kvetching going on that the Dolphins, who are trying to be the worst team in the league next year, it didn't take your exact preferred guy at 12, is almost sad. Like, guess what? We all, I think, slightly overvalued Ruben Bain. I wanted him at 9. You guys, when you traded from 11 to 12, you're like, oh my God, what if the Cowboys taking Ruben Bain? Meanwhile, the Rams just evidently took a backup quarterback. We'll see how far he falls. But you said, Greg Cody's like, maybe in 3 years we'll look back on this and say, that we were wrong. In 3 years, you'll look back on it and say the Dolphins are still awful. You guys are going to be trotting out next year the worst team in the league on purpose. Like, the Caden Proctor, Ruben Baines not making a big difference here for you guys. It's Malik Willis and friends. Maybe now the guy doesn't get killed. Like, my goodness. Get Ruben Bain on
Did you
South
hear
Beach.
the injury, fella? He said people were just running past him on film, and he was disgusted by the film, and the guy loves watching film. The film is porn for him, and he turned off the television.
Coach him up! Coach him up! You can't teach 6'7". No pun intended, little kids.
Donuts when he leaves the building. How do we coach him to not come back into camp 300?
South Beach diet.
He's got you there.
Get in shape.
College where we can watch him all the time. We can handle his off-season workouts. We can control him. He's around us all year. Now I'm going to give him $30 million and say, hey, we'll see you in 4 months.
No,
don't get out of shape. That scares me.
So here's my only question for the Le Batard crew, because that's whether or not Caden Proctor is going to be a good pro. Separate question to this: how far does Ruben Bain have to drop for you, myself included, but you guys to be like, oh, he's like he wouldn't have been the right pick at 12? Well, how many other teams in the league?
To answer your question, Nick, we have a new pick in.
With the 14th pick, the Baltimore Ravens select.
Damn it.
Olai Vavenga Yowane.
I got a second pick right in the mock. We are back.
Okay.
We got 2 right.
I can report that you're not going to have a shot at Ruben Bain. I think Ruben Bain's going here to Tampa next.
I can't believe how good Mike Biamonte is at this.
Yeah, I can't believe the Ravens pass on Ruben Bain. And, yeah, Michael B. is really good. All right, so we got a lot of things happening
All right,
now.
let's go back to the injury fella here and just get caught up on everything. And I think you've heard me say before that I am not convinced in any way on Ty Simpson. I think he's very small.
But Sean McVay.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, as soon as that happens, I'm like, okay, well, what does he know that I don't? Because obviously, when he takes a quarterback, I'm going to pay attention because he thinks he can do something with him.
Great situation for Ty. Like, Ty Simpson has to be thrilled.
And we were going to go ahead and say Ruben Bain to Tampa, confirmed.
Oh, so you're going to go ahead.
I'm hearing that. I know I told you what I thought about the Baltimore Ravens. I'm stunned that they pass on him, but Ruben Bain's going to be playing in the state of Florida. He's going to Tampa. But we do have a quarterback going to a team that already has a reigning MVP at quarterback. This was a big move Brooks.
Yeah, and I think what you're asking, what does Sean McVay see in Ty Simpson? He sees an NFL processor and a guy that can take in a lot of information and spit that back out and make the right decision with that information. I'm going to go to the board right here and just give you a 90-second rundown on what it means to play quarterback on NFL systems, or rather in NFL systems. We got a simple concept over here. We call this a smash concept, okay? We got a hitch and we got a corner route from number 2. Over here we got a special seam and we got a dig on the backside. I've drawn this up against 3 different defenses, okay? Against man coverage, if we come to the line of scrimmage and we see man, we're going to read the corner first, down to the hitch. We're going to come backside to number 3 on the dig. However, if we come to the line of scrimmage and we see cover 3, we don't like the corner anymore. The middle of the field is closed. It's a ball holder now. We got to wait all the way backside to that dig. We're going to read the flat to the hitch, come all the way backside to the dig. Now, if we come to the line of scrimmage and we see cover 4, again, we don't really like the smash route. We might read that 1 to 2, but really what's going to open up potentially is this special seam, because now the middle of the field is wide open. Now, we have to see all that pre-snap, know where I'm going with it post-snap. As the ball snapped, we have to take our drop. God forbid the defense changes on us in the middle of our drop. Now we have to go with the ball to a different location based on what the defense is playing. This is what Ty Simpson's been doing all 15 starts, and that is the major concern about this guy. It's not about whether or not he can play NFL quarterback and play it at a high rate. It's whether or not he can survive a long schedule, because we didn't even do it this year. We started 15 games. We got banged up. We had cracked ribs. We had back issues, all kinds of stuff. So we're not big enough and physical enough to do it, but Lord knows we can get it done when we're healthy to do it.
190 pounds doesn't bother you? Like, that's not...
No, it does. Dan, it 100% bothers me that we weren't able to survive a very bad situation at Alabama this year, right? I would assume by the time he's ready to go and start for Los Angeles, hopefully they can protect him better than the 128th best offensive line in college football. Again, Caden Proctor, a traffic cone.
So Ty Simpson was Miami's number 1 pick to replace Carson Beck at quarterback. He obviously opted for the NFL, a wise choice. In our pursuit of Ty Simpson, one of the things that we were trying to tell him was there's a bust factor for quarterbacks with the same number of starts that you have. I'll let Brooks color that in, but one of the things that pushed Ty Simpson over the edge was a very reputable and respected LA Rams front office came back with a very high grade, and that was the thing that basically told Ty Simpson, I'm done talking to the Miami Hurricanes and I'm going to the pros, so I'm not at all surprised to see him go to LA.
We're going to let Nick Wright go here, but if you're the Dolphins, just for all the things that you can do here that are smarter than what it appears they have done, couldn't you have taken Caleb Downs, who is coveted by all, and traded him and taken the fat guard later? Like, isn't no?
Nick.
All right,
laughing
Nick,
at me.
That's fine. Let's let that be the punctuation.
On that point, just real quick, and then I'll go for no other reason other than it's 3 minutes left in the basketball game and I want to watch it. I don't, and maybe Brooks understands this, but I don't understand why what you're describing, Dan, literally never happens in the NFL draft. People trade picks. What has never happened in my life is someone pick a player with the intent we're gonna hold the auction for the player throughout the draft. Like it seems like if we don't trade before the pick is sent in, they can't do it. I agree with what you're saying entirely. Like, draft a valuable player and then see who wants to give you the most for him over the course of the next half hour. Nobody does it. I'm now rooting for Caden Proctor. You guys are being too mean to this guy. The guy is he's 6'8". I'm gonna call it. He's 350 pounds. Here's one way to look at it. High school to college sounds to me, Brooks, like he dropped 40 pounds. College to the pro, dropped 40 more. Svelte 320. Left tackle.
He was disgusted by the film. He was disgusted by the film. What's going on in the Knicks Hawks game?
Knicks are down by 2 with 3 minutes left.
Good job.
Well, you're like 10 minutes behind us on everything.
It's true.
No, the game's live. I'll talk to you guys later.
I'll see you later.
See you, Nick.
Boo-doo-doo-dum, boo-doo-dum-dum-dum.
With the 15th pick in the NFL draft, the Tampa Bay Bucks take Ruben Bain.
Oh, man. Tampa Bain.
No.
That's good branding. Come on. Baker and Bain. I might be a full-on Bucks guy now. Your missed opportunity there is my reward. That's incredible.
Now I want Mesidor. Oh, this is sad.
There's a good shot Mesidor goes real soon here. But, Ruben Bain goes to Tampa Bay. Miami had a shot at keeping the hometown product here. Instead, he travels up the West Coast.
They have a quarterback who could run now. Why is offensive lineman so important in the first round? He could run. So move around.
Tampa Bain. Dolphins visit the proctorologist.
The Dolphins knew, hey, they got intel. Nobody's going to take our guy. They were right.
Is Greg Cody there to go back to his disgust in general and to discuss the disgust of the moment? Because what happened with the Miami Dolphins is exactly what the people watching this wanted to happen to our show. The taking of a guard/tackle. And again, I keep calling him a guard. He played as a tackle, but some evaluators saw him getting blown by so much that they said that can't be protecting us from edge rushers. It might have to go inside. Greg, have you cooled down at all? And how's everything going with your mock draft? Where are you on the Super Zagactos?
All right, we'll check back. Turn it on there.
It's his microphone. He turned off his microphone by mistake. That happens, and now he's disgusted with us.
Who needs me?
Greg, go ahead. Just turn the microphone on. Does it not work? Now he's just disgusted.
Talk into it.
Look at that jerk.
Yeah, doesn't work. Okay.
0 for 2.
There we go. GQ.
Okay.
To the rescue.
Don't make it right.
Look at him. He's pissed off at us again. Look at him.
Might be a battery issue.
Brain beating me.
He is so upset.
You what now?
Let's go back out to Pittsburgh here where Dameshek and Lucy, it seems that on top of being loud, the bar is very hot as well. It seems like an unpleasant place that you presently are.
There's nowhere I'd rather be than right here, Dan, how wrong you are. I will say, this show is way better than the conventional one. I see on the screen right now that it looks like J.D. Vance is playing a trumpet up on the stage right now. Theologian, musician, is there anything this guy can't do? Very quickly, because it's the so-called unsexy pick, but I think the Ravens made a good pick, unfortunately, there. They have very quietly regressed at the offensive line the last few years. That's the number one reason, if it's not pass rush, why they have fallen back ever so slightly. Trey Hendrickson, I assume that they figured, imagine though, Hendrickson and Ruben Bain, egad. Instead, they fix up the offensive line. And I disagree with the majority of people on Ty Simpson. Consider the recent history of Alabama quarterbacks. I'm a pedigree snob, obviously, if you're the starting quarterback. For Bama, you're obviously a pretty talented guy. The history of Bama QBs in the NFL after Joe Namath was specious at best until recently. Now, all of a sudden, though, check out the guys a little bit smaller, but Bryce Young, your guy Tua for a little while there. Even Mac Jones seems to have turned a corner. So I think that Ty Simpson has a chance, and as you guys said there already, if McVay likes him, I guess I like him too.
Lucy, wait a minute, Lucy.
With the 16th pick in the NFL draft, the New York Jets select Kenyon Sadiq.
Tight end. Oregon.
I like him.
Lucy, I interrupted you on some thoughts, and Zaz is watching the end of you want to give us some play-by-play on the end of Knicks and Hawks here?
Yeah, Knicks have come all the way back from 18 down. The game is tied, and the Knicks have the ball with just over a minute left. Brunson up top, guarded by McCollum. Can I do the play-by-play? You guys okay with that?
Do it. It's on delay.
Brunson guarded by McCollum. He backs down into the paint. A lefty floater gets it, and the foul.
3 the hard way.
Who plus a harm?
I don't think we're actually allowed to do play-by-play.
That was a rule on radio. We're on radio. There are no rules
Without
here.
The
except playing
written
young jockey. Can't do that.
All of that. I thought that was the rule.
We're doing reaction stuff. Man, Ruben Bain. This is so funny. Still didn't cut the hair. Still looks like an uncle.
It's not funny. Tampa Bain is perfect, and I will remember it, and it will be something that haunts Miami fans. But before we go out to Lucy and Pittsburgh in general, they did some man-on-the-street stuff because Dameshek is a big Pittsburgh guy, and he was wandering the streets and getting people excited about the draft and checking in with people who were excited about the draft. And there's Roy celebrating, I'm assuming, another Buffalo goal.
It's 3-1 Buffalo, y'all. He was just really excited for this toss of the prepackaged.
Yeah, I want to go to Dave Dameshek on the streets of Pittsburgh. And as a wrestling fan, Zaz, you will appreciate that the first person he talks to looks like a miniature Sergeant Slaughter. Go ahead, Dameshek.
All right, interviews going on all over the place here on the banks of the Three Rivers. Let's get a little more personal here after I ask this one. The draft is so important every year. Who did the Pittsburgh Steelers draft in the first round 1 year ago?
Oh, man.
Who'd the Steelers take in the first round?
The defensive guy.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
What the hell was his name?
I'm sure it is easy peasy for you to just tell me who the Cleveland Browns drafted 1 year ago in the first round.
Last year in the first round, they took, hold on, give me a second.
Who the Patriots drafted in the first round a year ago?
The Patriots drafted not Drake May.
Shouldn't be a mind bender for you.
No, it shouldn't be.
Can we use Google?
I mean, that's really not in the spirit of the game, is it?
What pick were they in the first round?
Well, listen, that's not my business, Miles. Oh, no, it wasn't Drake May.
Drake May was 2 years ago.
2, 1.
I forget. Derek Harmon from Oregon, yeah.
Derek Harmon is correct.
Is it that Derek Harmon? Is that what his name is?
It's Derek Harmon.
Yes. It took me a minute, but I know.
Mason Graham. Fifth pick. They traded out from Jacksonville. They traded out from Jacksonville, but they had their original second pick.
Listen, Encyclopedia Browns. This guy over here is the one who has the answers, not you. And then when he tells you who it is, you go like, oh, it was Mason Graham. Everybody knows that. Surely you know who the Baltimore Ravens took in the first round in 2025. Go.
Malachi Starks.
Smart ass.
We're going to check back on the streets of Pittsburgh in a second. Zaz, I have a question for you, though. Have you ever seen on a major broadcast anywhere on major television, they go to somebody for their analysis and their microphone battery is dead and you can't hear them because no one remembered to make sure that the battery was alive when they went to them? Is that something you've ever seen on a professional broadcast before?
Never seen it. That's amateur hour.
Nice hat, asshole.
Greg Cody, does your microphone now work? Because I want yet more analysis from you on how emotionally angry you are at the Miami Dolphins.
Okay, first of all, I just published a poll online at the MiamiHerald.com, and I did a link to it. You can vote on what you think of the Dolphins drafting Caden Proctor 12th overall right now. So go to that link and vote often.
Is that one of those like very good,
yeah, but
very bad?
It's also behind the paywall.
Give me a click.
We're asking fans to grade. Excellent, good, fair, awful, terrible, disappointing, whatever. Go and vote. This is inconceivably weird, this Dolphins draft. The idea that
CJ McCollum.
They could have had Bain, they could have had Mawanoa. They missed everybody. And then Caden Proctor, who's gotten some bad reviews from everything I've been listening just on your show. It's that I tell you what, Jeff Hafley's got some splaining to do at the end of this draft because there's going to be a lot of Dolphins up in arms over this, and I don't blame them.
Was that an I Love Lucy?
Yes, it was. It was an I Love Lucy reference.
What happened?
Some splaining to do?
It's slang. It's slang.
Ball in the jet.
By the way, Lucille Ball, it came up on the show the other day, who were some of the first actors to go from movies to television. Lucille Ball was one of them, believe it or not. She was
Don't go changing
to
the
try
subject.
to please me. Nah, you're talking my language. No, I think it was terrible. I don't know how to explain it. You know, they should have drafted either of the star Hurricanes who were available, and they didn't. I don't know what their excuse is. It's almost like if you picked a way to make an unimaginably bad first-round pick that would annoy everybody. It's almost like a Saturday Night Live skit where you just do the most unimaginably bad thing for a fan base that you're eager to please, and you do the opposite. I don't know what they're thinking.
Try to please me.
You'll change the color of your hair.
Shut up, Dad.
Okay.
All right.
With the 17th pick in the NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Blake Miller.
Thank you, Mike. I want to go out to Brooks Austin here and get caught up. But, Greg, what are you angrier about?
Because he threw it away. Brunson threw it away. The Knicks lose. Hawks win. Hawks win by 1. Brunson threw it away.
Brunson went baseline, had run out of real estate, looked to pass, ball tipped out to the half-court line.
They didn't even get a shot off. They had the ball with 16 seconds left. Didn't even get a shot off.
Zaz's mood has lifted. Greg Cody's has not. And I don't know. I want to go out to Greg again here. Greg, what are you angrier about? What happened with the Dolphins? That you missed the Springsteen concert, or that your mock draft is in shambles? Because you're in a bad mood. You seem like you're now unhappy to be here.
Well, can it be everything? Can it be an amalgam of all of that stuff? And missing the Springsteen concert is the least of it. I'm over that, but I'm extremely pissed off that my mock draft is going badly. Although, frankly, because of the Dolphins pick, I had a bunch of work to do, and so I've really stopped counting it around.
You're
10
1
or
for
11.
15. You've missed the last 14 picks.
I doubt you know that for a fact.
I do know that for a fact.
Okay.
You're 1 for 15.
It's not a fact check.
I've been counting. It's a fact check.
And how many does Mel have?
Well, I mean,
that's all that matters.
Well,
see, whether I win 3-2 or 9-7, as long as I win. Like if Kuiper beats me 2-1, I'm not as disappointed by only getting one right.
Little league theory.
Yeah, something like that, right.
But that doesn't mean you did a good job. It means you were less worse.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And thank you for that reminder, Zaz.
But
as I said at the beginning of the draft, this was an unusually difficult draft after the obvious first pick, and it's proved that way. There have been a lot of surprises. The last time I looked, Kuiper was leading me 2-1, so it's not like he's doing cartwheels and jumping jacks.
What are you angry about? Not picking Bain or missing your last 14 picks?
You're not leaving me alone.
Yeah, probably that. Probably you not leaving me alone. I'm pretty much angry about because I got a lot of work on my plate.
All right. We'll check back in.
This is a little one-arm paper hand. Hello. Madame.
The inception narcissism of Greg Cody. No, of Greg Cody laughing in his inner monologue, laughing, and then it becoming an avalanche of laughter and self-involvement is just, it's just
that kind of thing.
Perfect. It really is. Zazzle, your mood has lifted because you were watching this.
I like that the Knicks lost. I like the fashion that they lost because they were about to have another 18-point fourth quarter comeback. They took a 3-point lead, and then they didn't score again. This was the Kuminga game. All right, Kuminga had a big game. C.J. McCollum had another big game. How do you feel about Mikal Bridges scoring 0 points?
Well, how do you feel about Mikal Bridges scoring 0 points when the 2 trades the Hawks made won them the game? Like, they get Mikal Bridges 5 draft picks to beat the Celtics, and the 2 guys that the Hawks traded for are the 2 guys that win that game.
Guess who's less likely to knock trade deadline deals? That made an impact for the Atlanta Hawks. Consequential trade deadline deals, Dano. The pick is in.
With the 18th pick in the NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Caleb Banks.
We got a lot of catching up to do here.
That's a big boy from Florida.
Austin. Brooks Austin, you're way behind here, so let's bang through these here so people can get their nutrients on what you think is happening here in this draft that's interesting over the last 4 or 5 picks.
Well, first and foremost, I did not walk. I sprinted to MiamiHerald.com, and I voted disappointing on Greg Cody's pole dance. So I just want to let everybody know that, first and foremost. The Bain pick, I talked about a little bit earlier. I love this. So many people talked about arm length with this guy. It would be one thing if he used his arms in a length fashion to win on pass rushes. He doesn't stick anybody with arms. He fights hands off and he bends and runs around people. So I was very confused by all this, oh my God, he only has 30 or sub 31-inch arms. Guys, he's winning. He rarely stays blocked on college reps, and I highly doubt he's going to stay blocked at a high rate in pro ball. This is a guy who gives 110% on every single snap, and you got to drag him off the field. There's a lot of these guys that are very selective when they want to play hard. You're going to have to see about Ruben Bain for 90% of snaps, and he's going to play way harder than you. I loved his comment about, hey, you're going to feel me. I might not have the longest arms in the world, but you're going to feel me when I play you. You can feel it on tape. It is palpable.
Keep going, though. We'll go bang through these one at a time to get all caught up because I know we've got a lot of catching up to do.
Dan, let me jump in first and remind people that Draft Watch is presented by Bucked Up. Want to feel like $1 million? Find your closest Bucked Up energy or protein drink at buckedupenergy.com. Brooks?
Yeah, I was bucked up watching Blake Miller's tape late at night. I mean, that guy plays hard. I'm talking about through the echo of the whistle. There is something I call fight to finish. You have to fight, strain, and claw to finish in college and football and pro football as an offensive lineman. It's the complete antithesis of the tape we saw from Fano. This is a guy that strains. He's a heavy efforter. On the fact of the matter, he is also 6'7". He's also 320 pounds, and he moves really, really well for someone that is this tall. The only concern I got about Blake, he plays with really wide hands. It exposes the chest plate way too often. Can't be doing that too much.
I have the quote here from Saban on McAfee about Proctor. Quote, the issue with him is he's not a bad person. He'll do whatever you ask him to once you get him in the building. But when he's not in the building, he might get a little overweight. He might not come in the best shape. And those are the things you have to manage with him. But I think they're manageable. He's not exactly a self-starter who will get in great shape and come to camp like you want him. But if you can get him to come to camp, once you got him there, you can get him ready to go. So I don't think that's a huge negative for the guy. You've basically got a former college coach saying the guy's got self-control issues, not a self-starter, and self-control issues when it comes around food. As long as you imprison him at the facility and force him to eat what it is that you're feeding him, he's going to keep eating. That's from his college coach.
And I think it's a college coach who is normally very positive about his former players, right?
Mm-hmm. It's an odd thing to hear Nick Saban say. It's not supportive.
With the 19th selection in the NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Monroe Freeling.
Chris Cody just mouthed good player.
I've heard a lot about this guy. I thought he was going to go earlier than this. Brooks?
Yeah. 6'7", 315 pounds, ran 4.93 in the 40, has 34.5-inch arms. He was built in a lab. He was built in a lab to play offensive line. Here's my favorite fact about Monroe Freeling. Mama is a certified yoga instructor. This is a kid who was very, very tall as a young athlete, and his mama made him do yoga. So what does that happen now? We're a really fluid athlete at 6'7". We can bend. We can play with a lot of fluidity at that size, and that is very rare for someone that is this large. The only concern I have about Monroe is that he almost plays a little too rambunctious, a little too overzealous. He plays over his toes a lot, falls on the ground quite a bit for a player that shouldn't have to play overexposed and overlean. But I think it has a lot to do with the fact that he's just trying hard. He's just trying really, really hard as a blue chip prospect. I like Monroe a lot. I think some of the best football is still left to be played ahead of him. And we can't say that a lot about a lot of these guys.
Where did you have Proctor among offensive linemen? Give me a number. Now that offensive linemen are being taken all over the place, where did you have him?
Yeah, I mean, I would have projected him as a guard. Okay, I wouldn't have taken him in the tackle projections or ranked him within the tackles. He would have been a guard. And to be honest with you, I like the kid from Penn State. If I'm taking a guard in the first round, and he went after him to Baltimore, so that. Yeah, I mean, I've said enough about how bad I think of that pick. It is what it is. And again, man, the idea that your head football coach in college, the guy that recruited you, is like, yeah, man, I mean, we couldn't keep his weight down in college. If I can't keep your weight down in college, I can't keep your weight down. There's just, there is nothing. There's nothing I can incentivize you to do other than Hey, you're not like, I've told you 100,000 times you can't play 375. Yet here we are, year 3. You showed up at 375 and got ran by and spun like a top against Florida State. And then you were finally like, oh, crap, it's a draft year. I better get into shape. And then we got down to 352 by the end of the year. And guess what? We were 356 at the combine. We didn't lose any more weight. We gained weight after the season. Like, it's weird.
Let's go out to Pittsburgh and hear from Dameshek and Lucy. What do you got, Dameshek?
Listen, I know you guys are bent out of shape about Ruben Bain, but we are now just a pick or two, depending on where we are in the space-time continuum. From this place, going gaga. The Steelers are soon to pick here. Blake Miller off the board. That's who Daniel Jeremiah told us on Football America would be the Steelers pick. The left tackle, he's now off the board. I'm glad that Jordan Tyson is off the board as well. A lot of people mocking him. I don't love the injury. I think it comes down to, here's the prediction, 2 names for you. Denzel Boston from Washington or Omar Cooper from the Indiana Hoosiers, the reigning national champions.
Thank you for the thumbs up, Lucy. Keep your face fresh and cool. It seems like it's very hot over there. The University of Miami has 2 top 15 picks. It's the first time that something like that has happened since they had 3 in the top 12 in 2004. Mike, you're pretty. Manny Navarro has this that he has just sent out. Credit Mario Cristobal for rebuilding the program quickly. 6 first-round picks total from 2010 to when he arrived in 2022. 3 now in 4 years of work.
With Mesidor still pending over there, I'm impressed with Mario Cristobal, and it's not for the reason that you would think, because you just rattled off a good one. And yes, Miami is back to producing first-round draft picks. I look at this first round, and half of it is Ohio State guys. And Miami dominated that team. So it makes that Cotton Bowl look that much more impressive. Look at what the NFL thinks of the talent that the Heisman finalist, Julian Sayin, had at his disposal. And that doesn't even count the best receiver in the nation, Jeremiah Smith. That team was loaded. And Mario Cristobal's Miami Hurricanes dominated that game.
The Dallas Cowboys have traded the 20th pick to the Philadelphia Eagles for picks number 23, 114, and 137.
So the Eagles are on the clock now.
I do have a question for Brooks. I'm interested in Caleb Banks. When I was doing the scouts back-to-back years for the Florida Gators game, he was the one guy that I was afraid of. Caught a break with some injuries stuff with him, especially in that second matchup. But when this guy was out there, he was pretty dominant, and I can see why the NFL and Brian Flores in particular would like him.
Look, it's in my opinion, it's a down defensive tackle class. Like, I only had 2 defensive tackles that had pure first-round tape. It was Peter Woods and Caleb Banks. But you mentioned it, like, Caleb Banks' highlight tapes, if we just put his package, his B-roll together, it would look like top 10 selection stuff. I mean, he's got that type of ceiling as a football player. But when we're talking about north of 6'5", and we start talking about multiple foot injuries, that scares me. All right, it really, really scares me, because he is not a small person. This is a 6'6", 315-pound human. So that's a little bit scary. But I wouldn't have, if I needed a D tackle and I need a highly rated, like one guy that may be a game wrecker in several years from now, Caleb Banks is not a bad selection. I worry about the injury history a lot.
After a trade with the Dallas Cowboys now picking at 20th in the NFL draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Makai Lemon.
So not that we didn't
Still
already
got
know,
it, Mikey.
but peace out, A.J. Brown, right? Obviously.
I mean, they already reported that June 1st he's gone.
Yeah.
Deal's already placed.
Yeah, there is an interesting A.J. Brown thing to get into. I think if I were the teams, I'd make sure that deal goes through and nobody looks. But, you know, when you look at the journalism.
What does that mean?
You want to have this conversation?
Not right now. Pittsburgh wants the ball back, so let's throw it out to Pittsburgh and see what they've got at that loud, hot bar in Pittsburgh.
Well, they were just celebrating. I thought you'd want to see it. Everybody scream again for the show.
Oh, it's getting exciting.
No one's screaming. We missed
We're
the moment.
eager with anticipation, Yins. This is great stuff. I'm going to say Omar Cooper from Indiana is going to be the pick here. By the way, Roy, while we wait, Roy, stop with the hockey. Nobody cares about that fringe crap. Nobody watches hockey anymore.
Amen.
Don't be mad because your team's about to get swept.
Pittsburgh's a football. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't pay close enough attention to even pick up what you're trying to lay down. This is a football and baseball town.
All right.
It's just taking a minute.
Hey, there's the lemon, Vic.
Everybody's booing really loud.
We're gonna keep them P and P, and we will check in with them as the Pittsburgh pick is being made, which is next, I believe.
Can we, in the interim, play some more sound from Man on the Street and Dave Dameshek wandering the streets of Pittsburgh and getting some of the ambiance there? Because they've got an awful lot of people in Pittsburgh watching that draft. It was fairly stunning to watch so many people there. Let's see what Dameshek did on the streets of Pittsburgh.
On the streets of glorious Pittsburgh, PA, NFL Draft 2026. Beyond just the draft, though, the Steelers need to answer the question of quarterback, or do they? Aaron Rodgers. Let's take a straw poll. Aaron Rodgers, yes or no?
Yes. Yes. I hope so.
Aaron Rodgers, yes or no? Yes. Aaron Rodgers, yes or no?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers, yes or no? Aaron Rodgers, yes or no?
No.
Aaron Rodgers, yes or no?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers, yes or no?
I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers, yes or no? Aaron Rodgers, yes or no? No.
Holding them hostage and shouldn't do that.
I agree. We park our cars in the same garage.
Oh, bingo!
This is bullshit, man. This is complete bullshit.
Bingo! I got
bullshit.
Yins. I got a player from pre-1990. I got the free space. We park our cars in the same garage, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bingo!
Bullshit, man.
Congratulations, Mike.
What do I win?
Nobody is happy for you.
A swift kick.
You win. Nobody asked that question before we started. What do you win for winning at bingo?
I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to come in second.
I get an off day tomorrow.
I don't think you can pick your own adventure on.
I'm traveling to Talladega, so I won't be in.
I think we have our first crier of the night, Mekhi Lemon.
I saw Proctor with tears.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Saw plenty of tears around that Proctor pick.
Yep.
Tampa Bay!
Being told Jordan Tyson also had tears, so.
Let's check in with Brooks Austin here and get caught up, because we're several picks ahead of the draft on television, but we're several behind on our analysis. So get us caught up here, Brooks, on what it is that we've missed, because things are moving too fast now.
Yeah, I think the lone player we have to talk about is Mekhi Lemon, the Philadelphia Eagles selection here at 20. This guy has more wow catches than anybody else in the draft. All right, not a huge catch radius on the kid, but just makes phenomenal, spectacular catches left and right. I would argue he's got the best hands in the class. He's a great pluck and tuck guy. He's going to catch it away from his body, tuck it quickly, start making some work and making some hay after the catch. My only question about him is his ability to actually create space as a route runner. All right, and if you want to see this, and if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, avoid this film. But whatever you do, don't go watch him against Notre Dame, because Leonard Moore, who y'all are going to learn about next year, put him in a straitjacket for about 4 quarters. Apart from that, great tape, great tape. Tough football player.
Can you guys look up for me what it is to make hay? Why do people make hay? Do you know, Brooks? Do you know why it is that hay is made, or how it is that hay is made, and why it is you just use the expression making hay?
Well, I would assume you got to make hay to feed the nays, right, and feed the horses and the cows, right? So we got to cut the long grass and then roll it into bales of hay. There's hay to be made.
When
what
it's
I mean?
said in that
we
accent,
got to go out and make the hay.
How can you push back?
Why is my dad dancing?
That's a good question. Greg, Cody, why are you dancing? Did you get one pick right? Did you break your streak of getting 14 in a row wrong?
Yeah. You disparaged me, by the way, by saying at one point I was 1 for 15. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm catching up right now because, like I say, I had to pause my live mock draft for the Dolphins pick, but I'm catching up right now. And Greg Cody scored a super Zagacto to tie Mel Kiper 2-2 through the 14th pick. I nailed Penn State guard Oliver Vega Eon, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, to the Ravens. I got that one. Junior did not. The score is 2-2.
We're rolling now, huh?
You're damn right we are.
Let's go back out to Pittsburgh, where Lucy's face continues to look cool. And
he's waving a terrible towel.
Dameshek is waving a terrible towel.
She doesn't need the fan anymore. I'm fanning her with the towel, Yank. Who did we get? I don't even know yet, but the place is already playing sticks.
I love this song.
Announce it. This is anticlimactic. I know it wasn't Reuben Bain. After that, anybody's guess.
Do we want to just stay with them until Pittsburgh has made the pick?
I think we can get their honest reaction. This is a cool little thing that we can do. We can have Biamonte spoil it for them, get their reaction, see how it flies with them, and then see the rest of the people's reaction to the live pick.
Dameshek, we saw that was a borrowed towel, a rented towel. You're a fraudulent. We just saw.
He said thank you, though. Very nice.
Not fraudulent. Not fraudulent. I have my own terrible towels in Los Angeles. I don't use them in the offseason, even at the draft. I don't use them in the early portion of the regular season. I save up all its powers for when the games count. Now, they haven't really done very well in the playoffs, so maybe my strategy isn't working out that well. But that doesn't matter right now. Yes, I gave it back to one of my family members.
All right, listen right now. Biamonte is coming in to give you the Pittsburgh pick. Listen right now. We're going to ruin this for you. Biamonte's about to tell you.
With the 21st pick in the NFL Draft, the host city, Pittsburgh Steelers, selects Max Ihanacher.
I don't think he can hear. He's either so profoundly disappointed and stunned into a paralysis.
He's got the knowledge of the pick at a draft party. Can't keep the energy.
I'll talk to you guys next week.
We can almost hear Goodell.
Wait, no, I want to see how they react to it.
No, we got to see how they react to it. They're not going to be happy. But don't cut the photo. No, stay with him and that bar so I can see a disappointment similar to the one Dolphin fans felt.
They're doing a whole spiel.
You like when the kids get brought in like that?
Yeah.
Me neither. Let's do the picks. Come on.
F them kids.
Jerome Bettis.
The bus.
Why do you think they call him that?
One guy went, what?
Who?
Dude, who is that dude? How you say his name? Dude, I never even seen him play. I don't know that dude.
I do.
Let's get some thoughts.
The faces tell
Get
the
some
tale.
thoughts. Go
Let's
do
get some thoughts.
Go do some man in the bar interviews, Dameshek. Go ask some people how they feel about this.
How's this make you feel? Great. You're excited about this one?
I think an offensive lineman is beneficial.
See, look how Pittsburgh turns the corner. They understand. You build from the inside out. We're going to the Super Bowl. Ryan, great pick. Great pick. You've done it again, Steelers. I will say for real, the real thing, Andy Weidel, since he got the prodigal son, went off to Philadelphia, built up the line of scrimmage for the Eagles for a decade, then finally moved back a few years ago. He's hit on almost every pick he's made on either side of the line of scrimmage. So I do have faith in that at least. It just was a little uninspired. Lucy?
Were those interviews good? I didn't hear any of them.
I'm glad we sent everybody out to Pittsburgh to get the ambiance and the feeling that they can feel in their core and in their soul about how Steeler fans feel about the pick that was clearly disappointing, and those Steeler fans were faking it. You saw that all of them there were stunned into silence, and I just realized that that's how everybody was watching us when we reacted to no Reuben Bain. Yes?
Dude, Yin, should we get out of here? Is it over? Yeah, let's just go home. Go lick our wounds.
I'm down.
I do want you to get out of here, but first, in a second, I've asked Video to find me a photograph of you that we were making fun of during the show in the morning. Not that photograph. I want the one where he was in Narduzzi's office and he had an incredibly long arm and was incredibly awkward for some reason in the taking of the picture. I want to know how much regret he has about that. We'll get that picture in queue.
Good in that picture.
Yeah, you did. It's true. He looked like he had
really good.
Yeah, he looked like he had an elongated, deformed arm, and we'll get to that in just a second. Explain yourself here, Dameshek.
There it is.
Dameshek, what is happening?
What's going on with your hand, dude?
What is happening in this photograph?
Things happen in war, Dan. You know, I'm never going to be 100%.
Yin, you didn't want to put your arm around Coach?
You know what? It was weird in the moment. I was like, was it Carmen to my right? I put my arm around
Rose.
who was ever to my right. But it was Rose, I'm sorry. But then I felt my arm down there, and it would have scraped up on Coach Dew's body, like to get it up around. We were all packed in there, and I was like, I just better leave it here. Then I saw the pics, and I looked like I suffered an episode of some sort of episode that landed me in the hospital for the better part of a fortnight. I came out. I'm getting around okay still. I'm still getting around. You know, good for him. Good for him. He's not going to stop living his life. Okay. He had something go against him. So what? He's trying to be even stronger now. Hi.
Football America in the offseason. It is on once a week, during the season, twice a week. Thank you, guys. We appreciate all your coverage from Pittsburgh. We're going to shut it down out there. Hell of a job.
We're done?
Well, I thought he wanted to.
I got a lot more to do.
I thought you
Lucy,
wanted to leave.
Lucy, can you hear us?
I thought.
What?
I thought you guys wanted to leave.
I can't hear you at all.
No. I was personifying all the Steelers fans over there. That's all I was doing. I was just saying, like, you can feel the momentum, a lot of excitement for the last 5 to 10 hours building up to that draft pick. And now it feels like the night's over for most of the good people here. I'm with you till the bitter end. Then we can sympathize, and we misery loves company and all that.
Oh, Mike, you're going to want to listen.
Bane.
You're going to want to listen to this one, Mike.
Guy.
Mike, you're going to want to listen.
I got my arm.
With the 22nd pick in the NFL draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Akeem Mezzador.
What are you shaking your head about, Zaz? That's exciting. What are you doing?
Chargers have had a great draft. Great draft so far. Get Mezzador late in the first round. Excellent job.
I'm curious if Mike B's like practicing those out there, or if he's just walking in here and first.
Hold on a second.
Names.
Brooks Austin is calling for the ball. The injury fellow. What do you got?
Have y'all not seen the dude that's absolutely knocked out behind Dameshek the whole time?
We were
There's a
noticing
dude catching
that.
Z's in the background. Oh my Lord!
Yeah, he's out, dude.
Oh, look at that guy.
That guy is totally asleep. That is the Pittsburgh reaction to their draft pick right there. That is the emotion.
Damn it.
Oh boy, Dameshek.
What are we? What an odd pan.
What are we doing?
Why?
What are you doing?
Explain to me what is happening with our camera work, where the one decision.
You said you didn't want the window, right? You wanted to pan to the window. That's what you heard, right? It's loud.
Thank you for your coverage from out there.
Down.
We'll get back to you. And Brooks, I didn't realize that you were calling for the ball because I thought you wanted to talk about Mezzador. You just wanted to talk about the guy who was messy near the door.
Yeah, that's a good one. We could talk Mezzador. We could talk Iheanacho. We could talk all the ors if you want to. You guys were down on the Pittsburgh draft pick. I like that kid. I like Max from Arizona State. Here's how I judge whether or not an offensive lineman has tremendous athleticism. Look at the disproportionate rate in the size between his calves and his ankles. If he's got big catfish belly calves and skinny ankles, That's a freak athlete. That's what Iheanacho is. He's got tremendous foot fire. And what I also love about him, guys, he's relatively new to football. This is a guy that was playing basketball at JUCO and then was like, hey, this power forward thing ain't really working out. Maybe I'll go make $25 million blocking people. And that's exactly what he's done. That's a kid that's like, he's just now getting into it. He's just now figuring out what to do with what the Lord gave him in terms of athleticism. And Mesidor, man, I love the floor of this football player. I think that we're going to get a really, really good player, all right? There's not much to grow, all right? He's pretty flatlined, A- across the board at everything. My only concern is he's 35 years old. Like, is this what it's going to be? And if it is it good enough to be, the 21st overall selection, 22nd overall selection?
Let me remind everyone that Draft Watch is presented by Bucked Up. Want to feel like $1 million? Find your closest Bucked Up energy or protein drink at buckedupenergy.com.
Tony, what did you write down there while he was talking?
Wrote down foot fire. Yeah. Good stuff.
Foot fire.
I think there was the previous player. He said he's a good efforter.
Yeah. Fights to the echo of the whistle, baby. Not to when he hears
Write
the
that
echo,
one down, too.
but when the whistle echoes off the wall.
This
echo of the whistle. Got to.
An echo chamber.
Yeah, you love the skinny ankles.
Yes,
You also love the high asses.
You don't like the no asses.
I thought low man wins. Why do we want a high ass?
You want a high ass if you're an athlete. That means you got some get up, and the skinny ankles, that's a proven thing.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on the poll, please.
And
at
general
Le Batard
location
Show.
of the calf.
There it is.
Are the skinny ankles a proven thing?
Where do we want the calf to be?
What is foot fire?
The more explosive the athlete, the higher up the leg the calf is. If you look at LeBron James' calf muscles, they look like they're underneath his kneecap.
Pull them up, guys.
What is foot fire?
It's how quickly your feet get up and down into the ground. They fire.
Get off the line, Dan.
I just want to know
Fire off the line.
What other things have you written down back there? You had
I got gonna be a dude, hip flipper, greasy, no ass, anchor awareness for CC, foot fire, echo of the whistle. Good stuff.
Dameshek, what do you got for us? Did Lucy indeed left, right? She ate a bunch of French fries and then left?
I'm Lucy, I'm here.
That's right, but we have Rose, so same difference.
No,
but in the
I'm
meantime, Greasy and foot fire, I think, are tied for the top spot, first of all. Secondly, if I can take a little privilege as a citizen of the host city and ask Brooks a question, little inside about offensive line, which everybody loves talking about. Do you think that this pick indicates Broderick Jones, the first-round draft pick now 3 years ago, has a bad neck? That feels like he's not long for the Steelers. But Dylan Cook, a guy who was a free agent, explain, they must not like him either, huh? So they really feel they have to load up at the offensive line. Again, that's all they've done the last 3 years.
How say you, Brooks?
Mendoza was a great pick.
Yeah, I mean, Broderick's a football player who can't kick inside the guard. He's a tackle-only prospect. I don't know about the free agent signing they brought over, whether or not he can kick inside and play guard. But Broderick's medical concerns are a real thing, right? Like, if we don't know if you're going to be a starting left tackle in 2 years, we probably need to start drafting your replacement if you're not going to be there.
After the trade with the Philadelphia Eagles and now selecting 23rd in the NFL draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Malachi Lawrence.
Malachi.
Lucy, I'm glad that you stayed out there and that you have not left. Do you have any thoughts on Mesidor to the Chargers?
Yes, the Mesidor to the Chargers. I think they're going to do very well, and maybe they win.
It's good analysis. It's good analysis.
Maybe they win.
Yeah, and you had you also had strong opinions on Fernando Mendoza being a great pick. What was happening there? Why are your opinions so?
We were at the game, and it was the best thing.
Okay, very good. I appreciate all of your
Lucy
analysis.
does a great impression. She also does a great impression of Pittsburgh locals, a.k.a. Yinzers. Why don't you do some hello, Yins? Have you seen Ben Roethlisberger play?
Hello, I'm Pittsburgh. I am from Roethlisberger.
Like Borat.
I don't like Roethlisberger.
How about that?
Okay, it was excellent. It was good.
She's from Roethlisberger.
Yeah, it's great. It's good analysis from her. Biamonte is back in the room, and this has been a real honor. He's brought his professionalism to the proceedings, so we don't deserve it.
With the 24th pick in the NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select K.C. Concepcion.
Love this player.
So do I.
Yeah, fantastic player. Was really good for Texas A&M. Was destroyed Miami as a true freshman when he was with NC State. Brooks, I don't know how well you rate K.C. Concepcion. Have I missed it? Cassius Howell's still on the board. I'm surprised that the edge rusher from UCF went ahead of him, unless I missed something.
Yeah, no, the Lawrence selection is very interesting to me. There's not very many like power rushers in this draft, unless you're like a Keldrick Falk fan, which I'm not. So maybe they felt like they needed a true defensive end and not a stand-up rusher. So I mean, he's a 260-pound prospect. He's a lot bigger than some of these, twitchy rushers. I'm a Concepcion fan like you guys are. He has elite spatial awareness, the ability to understand where people are around us. There's a clip that's been going viral this week of him making a guy miss before he catches the football. Like understanding that there's a hook curl defender in front of me, and if I keep running, I'm going to run right into that guy. So instead, I'm going to get flat, attack the ball, and then make him miss right after the catch. On top of that, like not the biggest football player, but he won outside the numbers in college. Like he has a vertical aspect to his game as a 5'11", sub 6 foot guy. So that is very rare to find, on top of the fact that this might be one of the better yards after catch guys in this draft. He's explosive.
I want to go back to Cody. He is behind Kuiper right now. Kuiper's got 3 super Zagactos. What do you got your arms up in the air for, Cody? What are you celebrating?
Okay, I'm not sure where your math is coming from. I'm catching up with reality here because I was delayed a long time by the Dolphins' bad pick. Through 19 picks, I have just taken a 3-2 Super Zagacto lead over Mel Kiper Jr., and I'll tell you how it happened. At number 19, when the Panthers drafted Georgia offensive tackle Monroe Freeling, that was a Super Z for yours truly. Mel is still stuck at 2. I now have 3.
You're doing great, Dad.
I thought that
Thank you, Billy.
I thought Kuiper had Mendoza, Bailey, and the Ravens offensive lineman whose name I'm not going to try to pronounce.
He has 2.
No, he's got 3. He's got Mendoza, Bailey, and the Ravens offensive lineman.
At what pick? And I'll correct your mistake. At what pick?
Oh, let me see, Greg. You're asking me to do something here.
I think Baltimore was 14.
Dan's not going to take a
sorry,
quiz.
14. Dan. At 14? Okay, hang on just a second. Okay, at 14, I had the guy who was picked, and Mel Kiper had Utah offensive lineman Spencer Fano. He did not have the Penn State kid.
Do you have a different draft than the one I've got? Which mock draft do you have? Because Kiper does about 57.
Oh, man, it'd be amazing if he has one of the old ones.
I have his most recent one where he did a 2-round mock draft, and he even said in it that this was his final draft.
The Kiper draft I have in front of me has 3 correct picks, and I don't know whether you're using the right pick or not.
And vice versa. I don't know.
Let's get bogged down in this. Let's stay here a little longer.
I mean, I'm going
it's
by.
It's important that we get this right. We can't have him with the wrong mock draft and him giving
go changing
the
mock draft I'm reading.
When did your Kiper mock draft come out?
I'm like a dog with a bone on this one.
I know I'm right.
Yeah, you always do, Greg. You always do know you're right.
Okay.
We'll verify this.
Your staff needs to get to the bottom of this. Your staff needs to get to the bottom of this because
you're watch his fucking mouth.
You're making a mockery of my mock. How dare you?
I work hard, man. I want to learn.
I'm up 3-2.
Sitting in that chair in that comfy seat, you're talking that shit. Get popped in the mouth. Keep running it. Say something. I dare you, fat boy.
Information. He's giving bad information. He's got the wrong draft.
No, you're providing bad information.
That's right. Outside voice. Fuck this guy, man. Known him for 3 decades. Enough of this shit.
4
Gaslighting me.
4 decades. I've known it.
Gotta correct the inner monologue now, too.
There's been a 3 snort night. We've gotten 1 snort from Zaz and 2 snorts from Cody.
How am I getting any work done?
Do you guys have a food?
Me maximum.
Do you guys have
rider comfort is paramount.
Do you guys?
I'm fine. Who made it a show?
Who made it a salad?
Who made it a salad?
Do you guys have a photo of a nude Dan Orlovsky? Is there a?
Oh, I thought you was gonna do that photo of me in Bourbon Street, and that always pisses me off. No one wants to see that.
No, I'm going instead to a photo.
You better not tell the story with mashed potatoes in my hair, because that'll really piss me off.
Explain to me what's happening in this photo.
This is Orlovsky doing a Monday night game, I think, last season, and it just looks like he doesn't have pants on.
Look like hot dogs.
Like he just.
It's a new Dan Orlovsky. Like, it's all of it. It's all of it. And the thing that's funniest about it, it's not just that the pants are skin colored and that it looks like his legs. It's the pubic area and what's happening between his hands that suggests that he's hiding a shaved ornament.
Wow.
Yo.
21st century man.
Brooks Austin, are we caught up yet? Because I am now spinning. I'm 2 drinks in, and Carl is telling us to wrap it up here, but I think we should stay until the Dolphins pick.
Yeah, we're caught up on picks from a player standpoint. You want some best availables? Who do we got best available on that board over there? Jonathan, I'm talking to you.
Oh,
wow. Do we have a best available over there?
Get it, Jonathan.
Yeah, we got a producer over here. He's hanging out.
You're talking to me?
Yeah, no, I mean,
no.
There's some good football players left. I am not
confused.
Why are you letting me dribble the ball,
right?
by the way? We're 3 hours into this.
I don't have best available in front of me.
Did you have a
I
heart
it in
attack
front of
there?
me, but I like Chris Johnson, the corner out of San Diego State. I like Avion Terrell, the corner out of Clemson. If anybody needs one of those. Denzel Boston, the wide receiver, still available. Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker from Texas Tech, I'm a big fan of. We got some dudes left here.
With the 25th pick in the NFL draft, the Chicago Bears select Dylan Thieneman.
Excellent work. He hasn't had a stumble yet, and there have been some difficult names in there. We will ask him some follow-up questions in a second about whether he's practicing any of these in the other room because he's doing a little too well with these names. Let's get Cody back here for a second because Zaz, the injury fella, has his producer. Jonathan, our Jonathan, was also doing some producer work looking up the correct Mel Kiper mock draft. So let's get Cody on here so that I could get his reaction to what Zaslow's about to say, because it seems pretty clear, Cody, that you're not looking at the right thing. What do you have, Zaslow?
Yeah, Cody, I'm sorry to break it to you, but Kiper's got 3 right now.
What date did he publish the draft you're looking at?
April 18. It's only a few days ago.
It's 5 days ago.
Okay, but it's the latest one.
Is it the one where he picks the first 2 rounds? Because that was his final draft. And that was more recently.
I actually think my dad's right on this. I don't know. I don't know which one Zaz is looking at, but
he's got 1, 2, and 10 right, Kiper. He's got 1, 2, and 10.
Okay, he definitely got 1 and 2 right. Hang on.
He also has Maui Noah to New York at number 10.
Hang on. Let me
A dog gotta get that bone.
double check that here.
Triple check. Ooh,
Okay.
just say we're right.
Okay, here we go.
Just call him an asshole.
Okay,
Move on.
what did you just allege, Zaz?
1, 2, and 10. I'm looking right at it.
Okay, and 10 he has what?
Maui Noah.
Going to?
The Giants.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
In his original draft,
Yeah,
he had.
we got it.
Let me look.
But we don't want the original. We want the latest.
I'm so muddy right now.
Card catalog over here.
Okay. Kuiper had him going in this spot, but not to the Cowboys. In his original in his original draft, he had.
What's the date?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to take a quiz.
This is killing me.
We got to get this right.
Okay.
This is the most important part of the evening. It's the whole reason we're doing the broadcast is to see if he can beat Kuiper on the Zagactos. And while I don't blame you for saying this isn't good as audio, it's not good as video,
Okay.
we are muddy and stuck in the mud. We have to get this right.
Okay, let me do my due diligence on this. Okay, let me double my tracks
all right,
here.
get back
to me.
circle
Yeah, get back to me. Okay, good.
All right, let's go back out to
that kind of
Pittsburgh.
thing.
Let's get back
I'm the
out.
kind of guy that.
Let's get back to Pittsburgh.
The Buffalo Bills have traded picks number 26 and 91 to the Houston Texans for picks 28, 63, and 168. Wow.
What do you got, Dameshek?
Well, I'm still gathering reactions from Steelers fans. Let's go now. How do you say the new left tackle's name, sir? Do you think that that is the priority right now, given that it's likely to be Aaron Rodgers, 43 years old, looked a little afraid of a pass rush last season? Is that really, do you think, what motivated Omar Khan? No dice. Hey, in the meantime, am I right in assessing that the highlight for Zaslow tonight was watching the Knickerbockers game?
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Okay.
I enjoyed that finish.
I like that. See, this is what we do. When our teams go out, you had the Heat, they didn't make it, so now all you're left to do is hate watch, and you got to watch the Knickerbockers lose. Good for you. Good,
Thanks,
bad
Dave.
for everybody else. Steelers fans a little sad. Dolphins fans very sad.
Mikal Bridges in the last 6 quarters since halftime of Game 2, 0 points, 0 for 7 on field goals, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, minus 37 in 41 minutes. That's more turnovers than points, rebounds, and assists combined. They traded 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges as a final piece.
Not good.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
After a trade with the Buffalo Bills, picking at 26th, the Houston Texans select Kalen Rutledge.
Have you been practicing these? The question was asked before whether you were doing any practice on these.
There has not been any practice, Dan, but I will say the staff's been great with some of these names that need some help. They've been great at giving me some phonetic help.
Which is the one you were scaredest of?
The guy we just call him Vega. That's it, Vega.
The Miami Dolphins are now on the clock. They have traded the pick to the 49ers.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Did we give up the 30th?
I don't know yet.
I assume, but.
So wait a minute. Did they trade up into?
Yeah, they are picking right now.
So they traded with the Niners to take number 27.
Correct.
Okay, so they traded to get to 27.
And if they traded number 30, we can go? After this pick?
That was great.
They had to have traded 30.
All right.
Let's get
Look
the
at that.
details.
Crowd pleasers.
Let's get the details on what it is that trade exactly was.
It's going to go right. I got a good feeling. We have a good track record here.
Well, what do you hoping
the
for?
Niners do indeed get pick number 30, so this will be, barring something unforeseen, the Dolphins' final pick of the first round. They move up 3 spots. The Niners get number 30 and number 90 for the Dolphins moving up.
Wow, that's
Greg, who do you have here, the Dolphins taking real quick? Because I've got a final toll here. You're tied at 3. Kuiper has 1, 2, and 10 correct. You have 1, 14, and 19 correct. Who do you have the Dolphins selecting here?
Let me check.
And this can't be a super Zagacto because they've moved the pick. It's not you have the Dolphins picking at 30. You don't have them trading up to 27. Correct?
No, it would be a basic Zagacto, not a super.
It'd be an exacto.
I have them taking San Diego State cornerback Chris Johnson.
Who does Mel Kiper have the Dolphins taking?
He has them taking the previously drafted Ty Simpson.
Okay, so you're feeling pretty good about that one. You're feeling good there.
I mean, at least my guy's still on the board.
Yeah, talk your shit.
I mean, in the one that I'm looking at, Kiper had the Dolphins trading out of that pick.
A lot of people thought they were going to go back.
No, I did too. In my mock draft, I said that they were probably going to trade down, not up. And that's what Mel thought, too. Nobody thought they were going to trade up.
Brooks, get us caught up here on the last couple of picks, please.
Yeah, Dylan Thieneman, the safety out of Oregon, defies a lot of preconceived notions about gentlemen that look like him with the amount of explosivity in the testing, and it shows up all over tape. Also has a really good understanding of like offensive concepts, what's going on, what are they trying to do to us. It helps him a lot in coverage as a safety, especially with as much ground as he covers. So when we add on top of the fact that we're really twitchy, we cover a lot of ground, and we have good instincts, remember, a pretty good safe pick at the safety selection. Who else did we just have go off the board? Oh, the Keelan Rutledge kid out of Georgia Tech. I love him. I call him a pest. He's a fight starter, a last pusher, okay? Like, we talk about echo of the whistle stuff, all that cliche stuff. This guy's going to push you last. Like, I've seen him almost start fights in games against guys that just by the third or fourth quarter, they're tired of his shit, pardon the language. Like, they're just tired of him. So, like, it's a good pick in the bottom of the first round, a guy that we know is going to play hard and play good snaps for us. I will say, though, he's another one of these no-ass offensive linemen. Like, he plays wide and low because we ain't got no ass. We're 6'3", 315 pounds.
All right, I was reporting the news, but number 90, that's a third-round pick. The Miami Dolphins just gave up to move
gave up a lot then.
3 spots.
Yeah, that's not good if that's true.
Well, they really want whoever it is that they're going to select.
I mean, clearly.
They did have a bunch of third-round picks.
Yeah, third-round pick is valuable.
It's got value. Like, that is not – there is a chart that people follow. You don't give up a third-rounder to move 3 spots. It's not like there's a quarterback on the board. I don't –
They must – who do they love
obviously
here?
Love this dude.
Brooks, who do they love here? Like, who is it that you think that they're excited about here?
I'm trying to think. Like, they went offensive line there at 12. Do they need an edge rusher? I like T.J. Parker out of Clemson.
They need everything.
They could have had an edge rusher.
They need a corner bad.
Yeah. They need a corner bad. The Ty Johnson kid's really, really good, the kid out of San Diego State. It's just all about whether or not you're okay with, projecting him off of level of competition. Like some of these guys, I'm watching them against, the Jeremiah Smiths of the world, and then I turn, Chris Johnson's tape on, and I'm busy watching San Jose State football. So it's a little bit different there.
Okay, can I interject for 1 second? ESPN.com has updated their draft board, and the Dolphins still have pick number 30 and 27. Is that possible?
Well, the pick is in. So
I was reading from Schefter, so like I assume there's some latency here.
Okay, because they have them at number 27 and 30.
Well, Dameshek has a drunken Dolphin fan next to him, so we're going to have to go out there in a second after Mike Biamonte comes in here and tells us.
Where's my pick?
Miami Dolphins are up now.
After a trade with the San Francisco 49ers, the Miami Dolphins have the 27th pick in the NFL draft, and they select Chris Johnson.
Look at Chris Cody.
Okay.
He's happy to have a Chris.
I'm a broken man, dude.
They traded up to get Chris Johnson. We go out to Greg Cody real quick here. Greg Cody, do you have any thoughts here? I know you have to get back to work because you're going to have to write on deadline here.
Well, I haven't heard that the Dolphins pick is Chris Johnson yet, so I'll reserve.
Fair enough.
I'll reserve my elation for that.
ESPN.com has him the 5th best cornerback available.
Yeah, he's good for late in the round.
All right, but they have him as the 5th best.
There's 4 guys better.
How many corners have been taken? He might.
I mean, there's a lot of good. The cornerback is always a position.
Well, but Brooks said that this was among the best available left. This was among the best available left.
The 5th best available.
That's a good player,
I thought Zaz was saying like 5th overall.
Maybe could have been there at 30. Who knows? I mean, but why not burn up a third rounder? You don't got any holes.
I just got a lot. He's got a lot.
Thank you,
I didn't
Brooks.
mean to cut you off there, Dan. He's got elite football instincts. He just understands what's going on in front of him. And when we're a cover guy, that helps us move first. And if we move first, we're probably going to impact the football quite a bit. Anybody respect Nick Saban's opinion about corners? I tend to do so. I think he's one of the best corner coaches. Yeah, in the history of football. I was listening to him talk about the other day, corners that can play in the half turn, meaning like they can turn their butt to the sideline and get back on top of you really, really quickly. They're advantageous in the NFL because they can jump routes if they feel comfortable that you can't run by them in the half turn. This is what this guy is. Like, he is elite. He is very, very patient, lets people get into his space because he knows even if you get on top of me for a second, I'm going to climb back on top of you with my speed. I like this kid a lot. I think we could look up in a couple of years and come to find out Chris Johnson might be the best corner in this draft. He has got all of the physical metrics. If this kid played at LSU this year, he would have been a top 10 pick, but he plays at San Diego State.
Let's go out to Dave Dameshek, who's with at least one drunken Dolphin fan in Pittsburgh. Go ahead, Dave. What do you have?
Or maybe two. Good news is, look who's up. He's out. He's gone. He's a ghost now. In the meantime, in the foreground, these two Dolphins are arguing. They don't know each other, but they're trying to make some sense. They don't know each other, but they're. I don't know you either. You're both. What's up? That has nothing to do with anything. I'm not trying to tap in to
Bingo.
what you two are going through emotionally. Don't worry about what I am. Listen, what do you think, Tannehill? Or is that a Cleo Lemon?
It's Waddle.
Oh, it's Waddle.
Nice.
Of course. How say you, Rick?
I'm honestly pissed off that we picked Caden Proctor at fucking 12. I thought that guy fucking sucks. I like it. I don't. I mean, we got our
Why? What do you know about him?
Well, what I thought was that we got our pick stolen by the fucking Giants. I wanted that right tackle from fucking Miami.
Take it
and
easy.
I wanted Caleb Downs after. And he got picked right before us, too, because we traded off.
No, we wanted Downs. We wanted Downs.
I did, because the Dolphins have a lot of holes right now, and then, I mean, we're not going to throw them all.
Let's be real here. We need everything but QB and running back. We got an O-line to protect Malik while he's running.
We have no fucking O-line.
Long story short, Dan, the emotions here are fraught. Back to you.
Got rid of fucking Bradley Chubb and all of them, dude.
Let's end
That's a good way to conclude our coverage.
Let's end on that note.
Thank you to Bucked Up. Draft Watch was presented by Bucked Up. Want to feel like $1 million? Find your closest Bucked Up energy or protein drink at buckedupenergy.com.
Thank you, Brooks. Thanks to everybody who helped us out. Film Guy Network on YouTube. Brooks Austin is exceptional. Thank you, Brooks. Appreciate all the help tonight, all of the good information. Appreciate Dameshek and Lucy in Pittsburgh. Appreciate Greg Cody. It looks like he's tied, though, because he had Chris Johnson, I think. Did he not? I think he had that going to the Dolphins, but it's not a Zagacto because it wasn't at 30. They traded up to get him. So I think Greg Cody got it right, but it wasn't the right pick, so he's not going to beat – or he has not yet beaten Kuiper. There's still a little bit left in the first round. You guys can update everybody tomorrow morning.
Also, shout out to our crew for working hard to put this together behind the scenes. Everybody back there in the video room, behind the scenes. We love you guys.
Well, and Mike Biamonte for coming in.
Oh, my God.
Coming out of retirement to help us out here.
Out in Pittsburgh, that drunk guy.
The drunk guy was a highlight.
Nick Wright.
Nick Wright as well, laughing in our face. We will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.